kind of things that they say when they happen for inside Nigeria. Can you believe that staff of Ministry of Finance carry a mock coffin for Oga Wale Edun? They celebrating exit or in sack by President Bola Tinubu. What in the world is going on? What did he do wrong? But that's not even all the case. We bring other matters and come to you because Nigerians, they no agree. They say they press the neck of Oga INEC chairman. Say, Oga, what did you say happen again? In fact, INEC, why now they do forensic investigation inside on our own matter again? And all of a sudden, the person way do the forensic investigation no get name. You don't get anywhere. Well, all of this matter and more now bring Kongivona. Welcome to Updated Precious. I miss you guys. I miss you. Welcome to the show. Another beautiful day to bring on an update of everything what happened for inside Nigeria. I'm very excited to be with you, and it's always a pleasure to be with you and bring on a matter them where they happen for inside our country, Nigeria, because we will continue to talk for the growth and development of our nation, Nigeria. We'll make a go bring on the headlines them. One by fellow Aside Shele for inside Nigeria. NRM court strikes out suit seeking to commit INEC chairman Professor Mokpito to jail. That matter don't they grant. They say they don't come out that matter, say make no go jail, nothing consign jail for that matter. But guess what? Nigerians wake up to the news of President Bola Tinubu sacking Oga Wale Edun today and replacing him with Oga Taiwo Oyedele. And people come, they say, what's happen now? There's a lot to talk about this. I wish I have all the time to talk about it, but I promise I'm going to make a video, an exclusive video on what actually went down. You know, so make I just give a preamble. You know, this whole thing started when it be say the National Assembly committees then begin to do hearing for different ministerial hearings them to hear from different ministries how it be said they don't work so far, how they function, and all that. So when it got to the point of the finance ministry, questions were asked about disbursement of cash for all the budgets, because at that point they were like 2024 budget was only 36%, get 36% compliance, and most of the aspects of the budgets and where they comply on. Now usually the reoccurrence side, the one where the money where they spend more often, but most of the capital components of the budget they not touch a hand. So red members can't worry, especially Oga Ikweche, we follow for that committee we get to do with loans and that matter. He came out, he asked a lot of questions, and those questions the way he asked can't raise controversy, especially because they don't approve a lot of money to the Ministry of Finance to use, for some capital components or components of the budget. But the money, they not consume, say reflect, say it's supposed to do what it's supposed to do. And this caused a lot of wahala. Remember what led to Oga Wale Edun mentioning Oga Madam Anite, Uzoka Anite Nemabi, when she can't come, and she comes the next day to come for the hearing, matter can't get us a bit. She was actually in the United States, so it basically she go market Nigeria to U.S people, them and all that, and all those drama and deal. US she did when she hear of her sack, according to them, say and stories, then we say come out, say them come her, put her for replay, carry her go to Ministry of Budgets and Economic Planning. So people will come and talk, say waiting they happen, but there's something very significant we be say happen. I will give one of that scoop later on. I cannot say it now, but I will give you that scoop later. But a lot of people they talk say the whole drama for inside Minister of Finance started with this whole issue of Congress hearing and all that, and that Congress committee. Nadia 90 drama then starts. But some people also did mention that some of the drama may have happened early this year. I mean, the one which affects Oga Wale Edun don't happen early this year when it be saying him Oga Wale Edun raise issue, talk, say, look, debt servicing, they press our neck for inside this country. At the come. I don't want to talk and finish. We'll talk about another day. But let me go straight and bring you guys other headlines very quickly. I'm concerned about election manipulation, election collation centers. Now waiting Oga Atiku Abubakar talk, saying they're very worried about collation centers for Nigeria because say the abracadabra where they happen during election and for collation centers now they happen. They happen for polling units. Now for inside collation centers, gongo, now those abracadabra they happen. So Nigerians don't they worried and they don't they ask. And then Oga Atiku Abubakar don't talk. So in their concern too about collation centers and things will go happen for inside collation centers. But people say, Oga, how far? All right, let's move forward very quickly because I don't intend to waste your time. It's supposed to be a quick one. Very quickly. Let's see. 2027, they are very scared. Aisha Yusufu reveals Tinubu's nightmare. ADC slams federal government over poor military funding. See, what's happen? Why not they treat military anyhow? See the one that they fund them anyhow. And I go pay attention to politicians and money, they leave military. See the way military they suffer. This kind of fund, the one that they fund them is not fundable at all, at all. ADC protesters in Jigawa demand recognition of Mark-led leadership. And then alleged assault wade into crisis, rocking APC in Lagilu. Party chieftains appeal to Oga Tinubu and the chairman, Yewata. Labour Party, Abure rejects appeal court ruling. Before Abure reject the appeal court ruling, I already don't tell you, say, okay, maybe you didn't hear that part. Appeal court don't sack Abure again. Tell them, say, you know what? Come on, you know, be the authentic chairman. And they recognize the Usman-led team. But Abure now they reject that appeal court judgment. If you know how this matter is happened, since last year, when Supreme Court give judgment talk, say anything we get to do with party leadership, na internal party affairs. Now, waiting court talk there, no. At that time, Abure team carry say, oh, the judgment was in their favor. Then the Usman team carry say, oh, the judgment is in their favor. The two of them, they inside their favor. So they drag that matter to reach now. At some point, INEC can't recognize the Usman-led team. Abure begin protest that matter and all that. They don't drag matter and reach court. Or your court, make we see. Again, the same court, we don't drag this thing. We don't settle and reach appeal Supreme Court. Too. Now they don't go back to now again. Now appeal court don't talk. Say, you know what? Then the Usman-led team, then be the authentic one. And then Abure don't talk, say, easy reject judgment. And he's a lawyer. Just to remind you. Okay. 2027 will field presidential candidates, not merging with any party. NRM, now in the talk that one. And then Governor Buni meets Tinubu as speculation grows over Yobe's succession. Certificate forgery, dismissed NECO staff, sentenced to 24 years imprisonment. Why NIPR chose Obasani as patron information minister. Now they talk this one. And then let's see what we have here. 5 dead, 3 injured in electrocution incident along Kacha Highway. Armed bandits invade Kwara community, kill 1 resident. 2 dead, police inspector kidnapped in bandits attack as bandits attack Zamfara Highway. Highway, you hear them well, highway. Borno court jails man for 2 years for 22 million naira fraud. Police arrest 3, recover Kanu stolen vehicle in Jigawa State. Well, some of this matter then are waiting the shell for Nigeria, but we'll just go straight to other matters than we be said the shell for Nigeria. Nafiu Bala reportedly set to leave ADC. That according to waiting people they talk. But is it going to eventually leave? So Nafiu Bala reportedly set to leave ADC for APC ahead of 2027 elections. So that thing will be contest for election. Because of course, say the ADC now don't kukuma get back. But wait, I want to understand something. So if Nafi eventually leaves for ADC, what thing will happen to this court case? Where did they drag up and down? The case could finally be null and void. What's going to happen? I don't know. Oh, he's going to leave, right? To APC. All right. More Christians are killed for their faith in Nigeria than anywhere else. Senator Ted Cruz accuses Tinubu's government. I wish I can play you all those videos and all that, but I'm trying to call down on that now. Yes. Staff hold mock funeral for Wale Edun, signing condolence register to celebrate his sack. Hey, what did he do? What does he did? Sorry. What did he do? That now waiting people they talk. What did he do? What is going on? Okay, all right. All right, let's just quickly go on to other issues very quickly. And then let's see what we have here very, very quickly. All right. Yes, that's it. Amnesty International condemns military for destroying 500 homes, displacing 1,500 in Borno night raid amid escalation on Boko Haram attack. And then, despite heavy funding from Tinubu, Nafi Bala struggles to gather even 100 souls for his ADC convention in Abuja. Okay, that convention actually held in Abuja. And my goodness, was it a convention? I cannot tell. I wish I can play footages from that convention. My goodness, if you see convention, you go bow because you not see anywhere busy, nothing they happen. So all this green now just to make sure say they scatter the party. After that, nothing else again. Peter Obi condemns deadly attack on GUO motors, knocks Tinubu's government over deepening insecurity. That incident is so scary. When I was talking about that yesterday, my life, what makes it more scary is because that is the major road. You see, that's Lagos Ibadan Expressway. Oh, not Lagos Ibadan now, East West Road, as we used to call it from the Port Harcourt axis, but the Benin Ore Expressway from this end. That Benin Ore, and the road we say connect everybody where they go east, where they go south, south, southeast from southwest. Now that road connects them. So if say you won't go anywhere from south, south or southeast, from Benin down, you must pass that road. And you can imagine you passing that road and you're in that kind of trouble. It's really, really disheartening. It's really, really disheartening. It's just, I don't know. It's just a pity because it could have been anybody. Thousands of people deploy that route every day. They travel. And one of the things go do to human beings are to stop their activities. So I don't just understand, what's in say they happen. And it's really very sad that people were set to, go to their destinations. Like, yes, that motor, they go east and so then kidnap people. It's even sad because the kidnappers we hear say that they demand a whooping 50 million naira. In fact, I'll get to that conversation because the mother of one of the kidnapped victims, don't they cry, they complain, say, where she won't get 50 million naira. She be person who they chop. According to my village people that year, they won't talk. They go say she be person the first chop yam for local language before he chop them for English language. Because why the woman won't get 50 million naira pay for that kind of ransom? It's a pity the kind of things so they happen for Nigeria. But I'll get to that conversation very quickly. So let's move on. APC will be rejected like cancer come 2027. Nigerians declares as youth in Gombe boo Pantami with "We don't want you, we don't want you." That's what they hear. Meanwhile, I'll get you a special video on this because ADC don't hold a special press conference where said in the address waiting say then call deliberate attempt by the APC to scatter the opposition party. And for inside that press conference, so said then hold Dino Melaye talk, some other members then talk. And this one, because of waiting said a video will come out about Oga Tinubu Chief of Staff Bajabia Mila when talk yesterday say Oga Ajibade Abajide. Forgive me if I didn't get the name right. Please press their neck. We like what you're doing. Scatter them. And then when that video surfaced yesterday, they don't hold a press conference. And Dino Melaye and others say over 6,000 Nigerians killed in Benue since Tinubu assumed office. Dino Melaye slams presidents and insecurity. But I get to that conversation. ADC raises alarm over Tinubu's involvement in anti-party activities. Or involvement in party disputes, that is in their party disputes, cites risk to democracy and judicial independence. Oluwasegun Farouk Sani convicted as second-degree sexual assault in United States. And then Tinubu's government removes fuel, education, and electricity subsidies, leaving ordinary citizens to bear economic pressure with no relief. This now within Nigerian citizens, then they talk. ADC imposter, Nafi Ubala, so then put up for the headline, no be me right, Amo. His convention ends in total embarrassment as delegates and members completely shun venue, leaving it empty. What's happen now? We know. Tinubu's Defence Minister Matawalle attempts to bribe attempt to bribe U.S official, cover up Christian genocide. Florida Rep Kimberly Daniels. Now, so she revealed this one. Now, another matter we don't raise a lot of controversy. People don't talk say, yeah. Now, the level where you don't reach with this to the extent where you say will carry bribery if this matter not true, because now alleged, now you say with the allege I'm so far. But if this matter not true, now so you don't reach us to carry this kind linen where we get like this, they go wash them for public in this matter. So I'll have to read that exactly what she said so that we go look into that matter very quickly. Let me even see what she said. So Kimberly Daniels, a member of the Florida House of Representatives, Kimberly Daniels, has alleged that Nigerian Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawalle, attempted to bribe her or bribe United States officials, according to her, not her. She didn't say her. To bribe United States officials to influence the narrative of a report on alleged killing of Christians in Nigeria. That now we think she talk. And this matter, it don't long well, because she had to post on her social media and she was practically screaming and talking and chanting over it and said, all these ones, may everybody come on, may they join hands together so that they go see. In fact, people should share this to create awareness on what is going on, was what she tried to say. And people don't they talk, say, ha, this, now which kind of image will be say would they Nigeria like this, at marketing Nigeria for good. Now, Daniels made the claim in a video shared on her official Facebook account, which she has since, which has since gone viral. Now, according to her, the alleged bribe, the offer was aimed at changing the findings of a report by the United World Congress diplomats, UNWCD, on what she described as Christian genocide in Nigeria. Now, a U.S. elected official was offered money by Nigerian Minister for State Defense, Bello Matawalle, to change the narrative of the UNWCD Christian genocide in Nigeria report, she said in that video. Now, Daniels, who also serves as chairperson of the UNWCD, alleged that the move was intended to cover up findings in the report, which she claims indicted the minister. She maintains that she would not be persuaded into silence, insisting that no amount of influence will stop her from speaking up for killing of Christians. That video was long. She made, I think, approximately about 15 minutes video, very, very long. But I can't play all of that. However, here is excerpt of the news.
And it has been testified that the Minister of State for Defense, Minister Matawalle, has not been as sharp as he should be in helping these people who are being murdered. And there are many testimonies from the investigation that literally say that he is actually supporting and in some kind of way helping these folk out. And there's some accusations that allegedly he's taking money and allegedly he's helping these terroristic people and housing them. That's what the report said. And in all humility, we did a press release. I respect the president of Nigeria, all the leaders of Nigeria. Who am I? But a woman with a mouth, and ain't nobody gonna shut it up. I'm speaking because I'm the head of this organization, and my prayer is that at least an investigation will be done. At least it will be looked into. I did the press release, and I sent a copy and the report to Marco Rubio in Washington, D.C. That's all I did. Why do you have to pay somebody that you don't even know to vouch for you? This man asked the elected officials, I will give you any amount of money that you want. And this is what the elected official told me. If it's a lie, he told it, and I know he did not. He was offered money from this same man. And even not only did he do a flyer up, but he wrote a whole letter praising himself on why he is, good for the position. And you need an American to counter what I'm saying, but the devil is a liar. So before you send another offer, because there are some American elected officials that might just take your money, but sir, your money perish with you. You have got the wrong one. I pray that we can sit down. I am not trying to fight with Nigeria. I am not trying to fight with the government.
Well, she went on and on and on. I had to just play that clip, that short clip. The video is a whole 15 minutes long, but I get to play that short clip, make when I hear them from the horse's mouth. So you will not say, oh, Precious, you're just saying what does not exist. So yeah, that's what she said. She talk and say, Oga Matawalle tried to bribe, that's a Congress committee to shut up on waiting get to do with Christian narrative for inside Nigeria. This is a heavy allegation. Oga Matawalle, at least at the time we say this report was published, he's yet to respond to this allegation or say anything about it. So we do not know. But most major media houses don't carry the report. And as you can see, I did not just lift it. I show you evidence from the person mouth to ABC Tokam. And major newspapers don't also carry the reports. And you will see them for different papers, like you see Daily Post here, carry them. And it's really very sad. And this one don't bring Nigeria image again to another level of low again. Remember, say Nigeria so far get about 2-3 lobby groups. So ABC they lobby against this Christian genocide for inside the United States. And people go just wonder, say, why ABC it is important for us to clear that our name for where the United States they. After all, at the US, they caused the issue. I mean, people where they cause the problem. Why don't we just go ahead and accuse them? Are you not the people causing the problem for us? Why should we try to please them to make them understand that we're innocent of what's going on? There's a lot that is not adding up in this issue in Nigeria. But at the end of the day, the waiting they paying a lot of people pass. And I say innocent citizens, they die for waiting they go on. And if innocent people will continue to die for this kind of thing, waiting will go feed do about them, because we must stop people from dying. But let's quickly jump onto other issues. Now, you put students into debt, sealed states, and call it achievement. Kalu Aja mocks President Bola Tinubu's 3-year record amid rising insecurity, unemployment, poverty. Now, in case you don't wonder, putting students into debt issue. Remember that tertiary institutions school fees or tuition fees for tertiary institutions, or payment or school fees for tertiary institutions across Nigeria increased or was increased immediately President Bola Tinubu gets into government. He got into government around May, and somewhere in November, October thereabouts, most schools were already protesting because of increment of school fees. And the increment did not just go by 10% or 20 or 30%. Most of them went beyond 100, 200% increment. And most of school fees now don't they way high, beyond a regular poor person to offer. And then, of course, there was introduction of student loans. So people they say, wait. You increase school fees, then give them student loan where they go pay back later. Have you done anything? And that's part of what Kalu Aja is trying to say here. APC chieftain pretending to be INEC chairman. Nigerians and Peter Akadon slam Amokito demands resignation. And then let's see what we have here. Governor Alex Otti has shown good governance is not rocket science by reducing Abia State's debt profile and engaging in developmental projects without borrowing. Who talked this on? Innovation strategist Tony Ajanai Tokamamigo. The wonder way to make and talk now because of the news say Governor Alex Otti repay 141 billion naira out of the inherited 191 billion Igbese where he meets for inside in state, Abia State. He paid most of it out. And Nigerians are saying, wow. This is good. But then let's move on to other issues very quickly. Yesterday's democracy advocate turns fighter of press freedom, Peter Obi, blasts Tinubu's government over NBC directive to silence media. Meanwhile, Governor Monike say I was offered dollars by some party officials to stop criticizing bad governance, but in no agree. In my skits, in no agree. Now, Amokito will ignite deadly revolution in Nigeria if allowed to conduct the 2027 election. Social commentators 90 talk this one. Desperation to deny something that is glaring shows INEC under Amokito cannot be trusted to conduct free, fair, and credible elections. Aisha Yusufu 90 talk this one. Meanwhile, Boko Haram non-threatened to kill over 40 abducted Borno women and children if Nigerian government no pay them. Wait for it. 2.7 million pounds, not be naira. So now we don't pass to the call million, and billion for this kidnaps. It don't enter inside pounds now. I want to understand the exact reason why we cannot just do away with these people. I want to understand why it is so difficult for us to control these people. Them. I don't understand why they say terrorists go day inside the sovereign state, a country for Nigeria. They give our government condition and we can't do anything about it. It still baffles me. I don't fit put my head together why it be say they happen. I don't understand why they happen. So now they're telling us 2.7 million pounds. Now wait till they ask us to pay. Hey, God, I beg you. 2.7 million pounds. Or they kill the women and children. And they day inside our soil. That is the day for this Nigerian soil. They tell us this thing. Hey, non-state actors. Wow, cheers. It is really crazy. And honestly, if they explain Nigeria to you, you understand them. We respect Atiku, but it's time for him to step aside for younger people who share his vision of better Nigeria. Senator Ume now in the talk this one. And then arm of APC, INEC blocks more Nigerians on social media for demanding accountability and transparent government. So this is one of the funniest posts I had come across today. Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, shifting from its role, according to this report, that it may be shifting from its role as public institution to being a perceived as aligned with the ruling of Progressive Congress, following observations by Nigerians that the electoral body has intensified blocking of Nigerians on its social media platforms for demanding accountability. If you see the number of people where they don't block, it will just shock you. In fact, if you never receive block from INEC, you should go and collect your own block, because it is raining blocking on INEC page. Everybody just a collect blocking. It do smart, you don't collect blocking. And people are saying, wait a minute. So you criticize them that that their investigative or forensic investigation is not forensicing, and then one way they come back to you is by blocking you. I don't understand. So they expect Nigerians to take that report hook, line, and sinker without asking questions, without saying anything. I think we did talk about that report day before yesterday night. I when that news broke before yesterday night, I break am here for now and I tell her now. Say INEC don't talk, say, oh, you don't free I'm up with. So say forensic investigation where they conduct free from everything where they happen. But unfortunately, the INEC people fail to tell us the people who conduct this forensic investigation. The ICT head for inside INEC said they no go fit mention the people name for the sake of, because say the matter still they under investigation. Say then the team of police will be say they in charge of cybercrime and all of that, say they go ahead to also conduct their own independent investigation and all that. So INEC used their hand, use taxpayers' money, because of course he said it wasn't free. He said it's not pro bono, it should be paid for. So use taxpayers' money, that is my money as a taxpayer now, join together to pay a forensic expert who know forensic well. How can a forensic expert say that? One of the reasons on one ground where he say they condemn the account, say no link to Amokweto, and say the statement victory is sure where they credited to Amokweto, that it was made 13 minutes before the post was even posted by Dio Israel. But that's not true. The original post was made at, I think, around 4:02 p.m. that day, where he said they make him that day in 2023. And then he now edited the post at about 4:18. Then Amokweto make, or the Amokweto handle make his own comment at about 4:05. And just because his comment came later than the edited post, you said that Jesus God. So you see the problem there. Nigerians, God. And this is, in fact, I will play you a lot of reactions from Nigeria. You know what? I don't want to talk about this, so that they're not going to say I may talk. Nigerians don't go. Wait a minute. So you think you can just stay like this and fool us in this Nigeria like this? Now wait till people they talk. Look, this is not the kind of generation you fool now. If you even get this generation for your house, you go no say you no go fool them, because they go pick hole. We are in a generation where you cannot tell your kids do what I say, and not do what I do. You tell your children, I told you to do this, and they see you doing otherwise, not doing exactly what you tell them to do now. They'll tell you, Daddy, but you too. Mommy, but you too. So how can you tell this? People don't understand, say these Gen Z children, they hear what, they get coconut head. People who already know their way around, do they even have idea, really? The ICT man is even what people are complaining about. That does he really have idea how social media works? Say everything we get to do with this, get time stamped, and it did there. How can you deny what is obvious? That now waiting Nigerians they talk. And yes, so it's raining blocking galore for INEC, but INEC and do. INEC just they block people up and down, and people don't get a lot to say. But before we continue, make I show you some reactions in Nigerians don't make concerning this post. Make I go straight to that interview with the ICT chairman for Inside Channels Television.
The agenda is just to discredit the Professor Joash Amokweto. That's just the agenda, just to discredit him so that they can discredit the work of the commission.
Discredit him in 2023? The post was put out in 2023.
That's what we are saying. That's not what the forensic report is reporting. But I can also challenge you to go. I can't hear you.
No, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I said that was what you are saying. Yeah, On the screenshot, you know, the last time I came to this program, I said we will not base our conclusion on screenshots. What you are seeing on the screenshot shows that that post was dated 2023. But that's not what the forensic report is saying. That is fabricated. Commission an independent forensic cybersecurity expert. And we have also subjected the findings to multiple layers of technical verification. And I said earlier that the reason why we are not publicly disclosing this expert is because the matter is now going to the National Cybercrime Center under the Nigerian Police Force. This is a unit that is saddled with the responsibility of prosecuting any cybercrime matter. And everything that we have done, like I said earlier, is based on OSINT. I'm sure the Nigerian Cybercrime Center, which is under the police force, will do their own investigation, and they will come out with their own report. This matter now is going to them. It's not that INEC just started and commissioned an independent forensic cybersecurity expert, and we believe that the matter will end there. No, the matter is not ending there, and that is why INEC is taking it further to NCCC for them to also carry out their own.
Would it, Dr.
Yeah, he really said quite a lot on national television. I have a lot to say about this, and Emefiele case and all of that just to tell me something. You see, power is transient. You need a day one place. All the people who work for Jonathan today will not see them again. It is painful that we see. Well, let me just show you what played out today before Arise Television, when they also look at the same matter. Take a listen.
See, with that forensic report released by INEC, they've officially tainted the integrity of INEC and made credibility concerns grow as regards the 2027 elections. The first rule is you cannot be a judge in your own case. INEC, release the independent forensic investigator that you said did that report. Let the investigative report, forensic report, come out to scrutiny. And that's why all the arguments INEC made in that investigative forensic reports was already debunked. How can INEC release a forensic report? And there's already community notes on Twitter saying that there's irregularity even in the reports they release. And that's why we kept on saying it here yesterday. That allow an independent forensic that has nothing to do with INEC ascertain if it was Amokpito's account or not. But INEC became the judge, the jury, in its own matter. He said you went to contact forensic reports to exonerate your chairman. That is under scrutiny. Why don't you leave it to people? Why don't you call a grand committee to be able to look into the matter and say, let an independent forensic company evaluate it and give us the reports? Or probably, why don't you even allow for us, an independent body, to write to Twitter to give us the details of that account opening and the circumstances with the back end of that account? Anyway, if Twitter is willing to give, because Twitter too might have privacy concerns. But if it's a matter of national scrutiny and national importance, that should be the case. So for you to now write a report and say it was fabricated, and you think people in the court of public opinion will believe you, and it comes from your side, and your report is so easy that they've started debunking loopholes in your reports, please, I beg Amokpito and INEC, don't do this to the next election cycle. Let there be a forensic, independent of INEC reports so that we can reassure people for the next election. I beg, I'm pleading this morning. What INEC doesn't know is that you're dealing with the wrong generation, because this generation is bloody smart. There's a full video of the capture, which you already have.
Yes.
That shows that the initial tweet was made at that time, and the reply was made after the initial tweet.
Yeah.
All right. So, secondly, the Wayback Machine argument is methodologically wrong because they said they went to source for on Wayback Machine. There's also a claim that if you were not a popular figure on Wayback Machine, Twitter did not need to save your data. Zero capture of Amukuja does not prove the account never existed because they are claiming Wayback Machine, and that's why whoever the forensic expert INEC contacted should be made to come out. That person will lose his shirts. Internet Archive does not systematically crawl personal X-file. Absence of capture is the norm for most genuine accounts. Any practicing OSINT researcher knows this. So when they are saying impersonation, the OPE BVN finding is also deflected rather than explained. The statement admits that the phone number returns Amokwiton on BVN query, then pivots to saying that the BVN record cannot establish social media ownership.
See, this incident is one of the saddest I've ever seen, especially, well, let me see if I can play that complete video first. And then we'll continue.
This may be technically true, but it's not an answer. If the chairman's verified phone number surfaces in connection with this account, then what is the alternative explanation? None is offered. Then they talk about the Sunday vibe thing, that the handover is extraordinary and undocumented. The cybersecurity researcher acquired the exact disputed handle on the exact screenshot went viral. Then issue a disclaimer that INEC now cites as evidence requires documentation. Who is Koi Emirad and how was the handle reclaimed? Who was the disclaimer posted? None of these issues are answered. So, and that's why you see they've been able to put community notes around it. You see, this is not a case of there are two sides to a coin. No, this is a case of empirical data sets and empirical data forensics. See, if a forensic comes back and it's not empirical enough, we are the digital generation. We can see through it easily. And that's why, as it went up, community notes have been put, everybody has been debunking the argument. And that's why we are begging INEC for the sake of integrity. Subject this to an independent forensic body. You cannot say you contacted an independent forensic body and the report of the independent forensic body was written on your letterhead. And the independent forensic body was not named. No. We are saying this because I want the integrity of INEC. I want Amokwiton to succeed. And we need to be able to clear the doubts because till today, we've not cleared the doubt of technical glitch of 2023 elections. You know what that means?
Since ADC matter came up and the March 12 Court of Appeal judgment, which is going to come up today also at the Supreme Court, this same Professor Amokwiton, who is the incumbent person, has been under fire from the ADC side. They have done Amokwiton must go. They have done Occupy INEC offices. In fact, today, the youth wing, led by one Rufai, is organizing, protest. Yes, the youth wing leader is called Rufai. That's
not
his name.
Not to say
No, but the name is Rufai. Can we be factual and not be funny? They are organizing a protest in Abuja, in Abeokuta, and also in Jigawa today, starting from 8 a.m. So this is the background to it. Now, it was these same groups that came up with this narrative about how, Amokwiton is partisan and all of that, and they provided what they consider to be the evidence, also including photo manipulations.
All right. Well, everybody get right to get their own opinion, whether or not Ruben agrees with what's going on or not. We did waiting would look at now the facts we did before us and the truths we did before us, and not be whether our opinion. It's no matter our opinion feel is subjective, but the facts remain facts. Well, now waiting people decide. But let me just hurry up and give you more of those headlines because I'd like to start taking your calls, and I wouldn't want to waste your time very quickly. Let's see what I have here. Oh, I remember Cesare Dokobo, my brother, talked today. Okay, and I will let you know. I will let you know he's in talk because he did speak, and he was speaking to Kwankwaso when he said that Kwankwaso one thing say he won't do. Okay, I will show you, but let's just go further very quickly. All right, so what I have here, yes, 2077. I will campaign against Kwankwaso because he thinks he can sell Muslims cheaply. Hey. Meanwhile, protesting party women sack military checkpoint over soldiers failures to foil rising terror attacks. The women then come and say they need to do again. On a day here, on a day for checkpoints, yeah, the warriors, but on a no fee stop the attack when they go on. I'm not gonna can't stop the attack. Make you hear what's necessary document first.
Terrorists or Nebula, they blackmailed you and you think you can sell Muslims for kobo. Kano will surprise you this time. Wallahi billahi, Kano will surprise you. All of us will be in Kano to campaign against you. Me, I will volunteer myself. I will be in the forefront. One could also listen to me. I'll be in the forefront in Kano to campaign against you. And Kano will disappoint you. Wallahi, Kano will be eaten alive.
Okay, all right. And that is credited to Kwankwaso. He say he go make sure say Kwankwaso no succeed, as in to say he go succeed. Well, that's one of the things in the news. And let's go on to other headlines very quickly. Where did we stop now? Let's see what we have here very, very quickly. Okay. Yes. Tinubu is using Kogi to play dirty politics. That now waiting people they talk. Now listen to it. That Tinubu is using Kogi to play dirty politics, and he says they are alleging, Shehu Ghazali said this, and he says key appointments, ADC crisis trace back to Yoruba-speaking West Senatorial District of Kogi. Most of the key appointments, the way BC they give, NNPC head, INEC head, okay, INEC na Kogi. Na Kogi now wait till they talk now, NNPC and all that. So they use the Yoruba-speaking Kogi people, then they do it in it, they play dirty politics. That's what he's trying to say. Now you can't be accused and judged in your own matter. Nigerian slam INEC over self-cleared fake Amokweto X account. And let's see what we have here. 2 killed, 7 kidnapped in fresh terrorist attack in Kano village. Meanwhile, courts denies Malami's backed ADC chairman in Kebbi as political witch hunt continues. That now some of the matter then will be said the make a look when I get on that. Shetima says Nigeria faces complex security threat once against complacency. Complacency? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Florida Democrat charged with 5 million thefts resigns from U.S. Congress ahead of vote expulsion votes. Well, not exactly the same person you thought it was. Okay, just so you know. This one is Sheila, not Kimberly, just so you know. All right, so that you know what's the same person who just accused your minister. Nigeria's growth hampered by previous administration, poor long-term planning. Tinubu. In fact, Tinubu even slammed the past administration, saying they laugh from saying no fee give lights, but they forget saying I didn't privatize light to BC the privatization no work. And people are now saying that, well, you're not aware of this before you thought you went ahead to seek for the position. You were aware of it. You know the challenges where BC will get. You know, say they don't privatize since almost over 10 years before you come in. So why did you go ahead to take up the job if you know, and not just taking up the job, but promising us that without lights we shouldn't vote for you for second tenure? Then now I can't give excuses. That's not exactly what in Nigerians they tell the President Bola Tinubu. Let me see if there's something else I have here to jumping on very quickly before I open phone lines. UK bans anti-Islam influencer Gomez from entry over Quran burning video. Okay, let's see what we have here. Quite some other interesting conversations with BC online. So like that story about the mother of the GEO motor lady. It's so troubling. So let me quickly take that story. So a distraught mother of one of the passengers that was abducted from a GEO transport bus along the Benin-Lagos Expressway has cried out for public assistance after kidnappers allegedly demanded 50 million naira ransom for her daughter's release. Yesterday morning, people were traveling, going their way inside bus, then kidnapped them. Now, for her daughter, 60 million. Remember, say 18-seater bus, GEO motor, then carry all of them. Now, her daughter's name is identified as Christiana, was among the passengers reportedly kidnapped. Now, in a viral video seen on X, the visibly distressed mother appealed to Nigerians to help her, saying she could not afford the ransom demanded by the abductors. In fact, it's such a pity to see this woman crying like this. Basically,
for a rope.
They kidnapped my people for the road yesterday. They call me, they say me I bring 50 million. I don't get 50 million.
Oh, God.
I beg. I dey beg for 10 million. They no for assistance. I beg me people, me not help me.
Oh.
Me not help me, then give me time, say around 4 o'clock. I be widow. I no get papa. Christian, I no get papa. My husband don't die. Christian, I no get papa. Oh, they no get papa. Me not help me. People, me not help me. Me not help me. They kidnap on yesterday. I beg. I beg. I beg. I beg. I beg. Me not help me. I don't know where I want go. Now only God do I know. I no get husband. Oh, Christian, I no get papa. Oh, Christian, they go school. Oh. They kidnap her for the road, oh, they come for Lagos, oh. I beg, me not help me, I beg. Everybody, me not join hands together, me not join hands together, me not join hands together, me not join.
This is one of the saddest thing any mother, any parent, not just a mother, would have to go through in this life. It's just so terribly sad. Well, Nigerians, phone lines are open. Let me take your thoughts and reactions on all of these conversations and more. 0817-029-4077. That's a WhatsApp number to call. Or you click on the link on the pinned post, and that link will bring you straight into the studio to join the conversation. 0817-029-4077. Or you click on the link on the pinned post and join us right in the studio. Mr. Abioye, right?
You are so right. You got it right.
Good evening. Welcome, sir.
Good
Go ahead.
evening, madam.
Good to have you.
You're one of those that I silently watch all the time, and I really appreciate you. But I'd like to plant a little thought in your mind, maybe for a future show. And that is, why do women in general, especially Nigerian women, not wonder about why there has never been a female governor in Nigeria? Perchance that might be the whole problem. At first, at one time, I thought we would just beat everybody at the gun because I know he's very intelligent. I understand more of what's going on than most you think because I grew up in a political family. But I'll leave it at that. And I think it is very important to challenge the system by at least bringing forth female governors in at least 2 states.
We know we've had one female governor before, not elected, but by chance in Anambra State. It did happen once, right? And
was that an I'm sorry, that was an acting governor, if I'm right.
Yes. So the point is that I think I kind of know the reason why it may not happen so easily in Nigeria. Nigeria is a very complex political area. I'll tell you this for free from my observation and reportage of elections and politics over the years. First off, Nigeria is a highly patriarchal society. I'm sure you know that. So we're still we're very highly patriarchal, and that's one. And secondly, because of our debts of religion, and most of the religion in Nigeria kind of places the men as more supreme than the women. Most of the religion, whether it's Christianity, so you see the men as the head of most of this religion more than women. So it is what it is. So, and if you look at it, people also give excuses of the fact that, they had given a Patricia Ite, and a chance before, but she didn't do well with it and all that. Giving so person a chance. That's by the way. How many men have we given chances that failed us? So why are we making excuses for the women who failed and refuse to recognize the women who did well? Did Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala fail you too? Did Doris Akunyili fail you too? I mean, there are so many names you can name, females that have taken up positions like that never failed you. So why do you always try to look at the ones who didn't do well and use that as a yardstick to judge every woman or, to stop that? But then again, another problem that we have, is that patriarchy, because women would hardly support their own women. See, conduct election today and let a woman be in the ballot. It will be hard for them to follow their own woman. I don't know if it's because the women are not used to the bribery. I don't know what it is, but it's just going to be difficult in Nigeria. I'm sorry. But I think I agree with you, and it's time we started paying attention, or we paid attention to women leading. I mean, if the men have failed us this much, so let's give opportunities to the women and see what they have to offer. I agree with you. And I would 101% go for that. But it's almost very difficult. You know why? See, Nigerian politics is so monetized. Have you seen how much that the APC put for their tickets? How many people will have that money?
Well, I had a friend when all this started in the 90s. And when he came back, I picked him up at Dallas Airport and he smiled and looked at me. He said, you know, son, he was an old guy. He said, you know, the next best business in Nigeria is politics.
No, not
Money
the
is
next
going
best.
to
Not
be
the
good.
next best.
It is the best now.
The best business in Nigeria.
Right. He told me this way back in 99. And all this really, if you think about it, started around that time. And people found how easy it is to get power with money. And if there's no moral check, we get where we are today. So I don't want to take over the whole thing, but I just want to plant this in your mind.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're doing a very wonderful job.
Exceptional women like Natasha Akpoti, she's doing what her
Yeah.
constituents would vote her over any man.
And do you know, as much as I detest President Tinubu, my brother actually put him there, Biola Johnson. He'll never deny. But anyway, I'll leave that alone. But as much as I detest him because of his characteristics, he's a member of, well, I wouldn't say my family, but I would rather. I am a Lagosian, Johnson, yeah. And
okay, you're not from Osun State, you're from Lagos State, so he's a member of it.
I'm far away.
Okay, I just want to understand which of the family.
Yeah, we're the Aborigines from elsewhere. So my father was J.M. Johnson. He was an acting prime minister and so on. Very good friend of Nnamdi Azikiwe. He owed his political stability or whatever before he died to President Nnamdi Azikiwe. So he was very close to the Igbos. And I do understand the Igbo dilemma. I think the way Obi is handling it, it's just right. He's using a dual-edged approach, outside world documentation and accountability. And I'll bet you he plays the card the way he's going to be the next president. I know technically it's time because
do you believe he won the last election? He insists he won the last election and he was rigged out. Do you believe so?
I do believe that he actually had a good number and it was rigged. There's no, Nigerian politics, like you say, it was all big, rank bazooed. I used to talk to my friends. I said, it'll be close. And then when I saw Atiku in there, it'll be a three-way. And I knew exactly how Tinubu was, with the court and everything. I also worked in the courthouse when I was younger. And I'll confess to you, the courthouse has been terrible, so it's not a surprise to me. I'm 70 years old now. But I look back and I know it's been like that in the courts. So he learned from coming to Lagos, growing up in Lagos. His mother, he was adopted. So with that,
he was.
Yeah, he was adopted. Tinubu was. Yeah,
so are you saying Madam Mogaji is not his biological mother?
Oh, everybody who knows that knows that. And he's not his biological mother. He was adopted. The mother was like a maid. And he was kind of like favored, and finally he was adopted. They're close to my family. I mean, all the things of Lagos. I grew up.
By chance, perhaps have an idea of who his real parents are?
What do you say?
Would you by chance know perhaps whom his real parents would be?
His mother was like what do you call it? A maid with the lady. So Tinubu kind of like grew up with them, and she felt kind of like fond of him. He appeared honest, like we see how honest he was. Nowadays, he's a 10%er. He gets money from everybody. Look at the guy he just fired right now. He's the only one I'd say has been clean, and next, of course, is going to be Bajamila, So that his modus operandi is the same. Even my brother resigned because of health, but they couldn't get on together. Even he himself said, two governors cannot be in the same state. Because my brother, actually, he made my brother.
Your brother is from Lagos State, gone now, right?
Who is that?
People. I mean, your brother you're talking about. You say people are the Aborigines of Lagos State, and a lot of people have said that the real people who are in charge of Lagos politics are not even Yoruba, are not called Lagosians. They're rather Yorubas from different parts of.
We have an issue with that. We have an issue with that. There's a lot of.
So this for sure that Yorubas from other southwestern states are in charge of your politics. So what's wrong with the real Lagosians? What's happening to you guys?
The same thing they did. They divided us. They said, okay, those from Lagos State, the island, are not the real people. The real people are from Ekpe. They are from Benin, you know, and that kind of thing. So there's no united front.
And then people from Bedugri,
Badagry.
what happens to them?
Well, the same thing. You see, my father was, he transferred the whole thing. He traversed the whole thing. They were the Agudas, you know, the one that came back from Brazil. Actually, my father's first cousin was President Lula da Silva. He also became in charge of labor in Brazil. My father was in charge of labor in Nigeria. He was in the UN. He stood up for South Africa. I'm writing a book anyway, but I'm not plugging it in or anything. It'll come out in its own time. I'm sure as soon as Tinubu leaves, I'll come in and I'll promote it on your channel. I promise you. So his name was.
Why do you want him to leave before you come in? And why do you want him to leave before you come in?
Well, it's funny. I've been in the United States for over 44 years. And this is home. I've been in the military. I went to Howard University. I took classes with Camilla. You know, I've had my own good life. And politics, you know, when you grow up in politics, you want to distance from it. So I've distanced myself from politics. I never really liked it. Even when Tinubu came here, he used to stay with one of his, I knew him, you know, but not close. I knew his character. I could sense him. And when my brother succumbed to him, he played the game that those of us in America really wanted him. And I blame my brother. You didn't ask me. You didn't talk to us. We didn't really support him like the criteria is. Nobody really wanted him to be president. He was just very, very sneaky. And he is what he is. And his background, like I told you earlier, even when they were talking, the name Bola was stolen from, well, he wasn't stolen, but you know how Nigeria is. He wanted to come to America, go to the mother, the lady Tinubu's daughter died. Her name was Bola, a female name. So when he came, you know how they get a passport here, he took on that name. And when they were doing the whole thing, I was just sitting back laughing. Nobody asked me what. So that's the name. They couldn't understand how he got the birth certificate and stuff like that. That's the real story behind it.
Wait, sorry. Let me let you rewind. Are you saying that what's the result of the Chicago University incident where they said that his national security number shows a female name and all that? That
was his sister, the mother's sister. You know, the Miss Tinubu's real child. She died around the time Bola Tinubu came to America.
His real child.
Real child.
Biological child. Okay.
Right. Yes. So that, you know, there's so much history. You see, you can't hide history forever. You know, in those days, some of us were wary about it. Well, you know, it's a chance for a Yoruba man to cut up there. Let's just keep quiet. You know, there's no need. Let the articles of the people running around finding the real truth. Nobody would volunteer that. You know, just like if you're a pure evil person, you don't want anything negative to happen to right now, even if you know about it.
But why? Because there was a time where people were saying, okay, we need a classmate, we need somebody who knows him from somewhere and all that. And none of you said anything. You kept quiet. Why?
It's common news in Nigeria. If I'm sure people listening were just laughing, like, why are you even asking this question? Every Yoruba person knows this thing. Especially people that work in Lagos that were closer. We know this history, this chronology and stuff. Like I said, my brother was given two positions, the transportation minister and secretary, and also commerce. And the transportation, when I went home, I saw where Tinubu was playing him. I told him, I said, look, this guy just wants to have you killed. Fortunately, I didn't know that was Tinubu's main source of revenue, you know, the touts and stuff. So I convinced my brother to become the commerce. And it was the commerce that he went for, and he was bringing business from abroad that Tinubu heard of. And that's when my brother explained to him that, I don't know, this guy, he wants everything, you know. And these are things that everybody knows, you know. So we wish for a new change in government. I don't want to make this.
So where is your brother today? Where is your brother today?
Oh, he died. He died.
And, you know, what killed him?
Tinubu didn't even come to his funeral. The man who put him there, you know, he was on his knees and begging, crawling. But, you know, it's not a matter of right thing. My father was called Chief J.M. Johnson. It's on public record. It's well-known kings. There's no king that doesn't know him. There's no politician that doesn't know him. Of course, even creepy Tinubu was aware of him. He was my brother's friend. So my brother didn't want to run for the governorship, but allowed him to. So he couldn't have become that. They took it all the way to the Mogajis, the big shots in Lagos, and that's always the way he's repaid. And when I was crying earlier, people thought I was just crying, but now they've seen that is his modus operandi. That's the way he operates: use, abuse, dump, take advantage.
Why would he say kill the brother? Was he sick?
Well, he was actually sick, yes. But you see, the thing about them is his best friend was Funshaw Williams. So when Funshaw Williams was
your brother's best friend.
He was his good friend, yeah. We all the same in Lagos as far as that's concerned. His name was Biola Johnson. He was married to the Polawiyos. They had buku money. It wasn't money that 10 generations of Tinubu would never even, with his billions that he's stolen. I'll tell you, he has stolen the country blind.
Our president.
Yes.
No, now. Our president. No. He has his money now. He has money that he works for. He worked in Deloitte. He worked in Mobile. He has money.
I know you're trying to be a free agent provocateur, but it's on record. Everybody knows this thing.
No.
He had no record with Deloitte. He was making $2,000 a month. Barely nothing in those days. And actually, he has a very good system of erasing records. Now, he used to own a gas station.
You see, they talk this thing, they do fast forward, no vex. He said, person they erase, that is they delete record, so that you go back to that history again. That is the wipe it, expunge, more like expunge record.
I'll put one out here publicly now. He used to own a gas station in Washington, D.C., a Shell gas station in Washington, D.C.
He used to own a Shell gas station in Washington, D.C.
And how they erased his record making time, he put another person's name in there, but his wife too was working as a manager in that gas station, Remi Tinubu. There's so many things. It's not, I'm 70. Life is not what I'm afraid of. But history will always be revealed in various forms. Even in my father's book, all this is not there. And I didn't even intend to split this out when I talk to you, but I guess from what I wrote and stuff, you can summarize it.
So are you saying that the U.S. is unaware of this gas station he once had and did not try to bother to find out how he made the money to open the gas station? Before that feature.
You see, the thing about the U.S. is it's not like Nigeria. They don't investigate before. They always do the investigation after the fact. If there's no complaints, there's no problem. So what happens is, as long as he's using somebody, if that person doesn't come up in a conflict, like the guy that said he was putting his bank account in, if you put those kind of things, those kind of people, then they will become involved. You can tell me now, set up an appointment for you, set up a club for you. I could own the club technically, but you own the club. You understand what I'm saying? So the point I'm saying, the Shell gas station is 4321 Nanny Hellebarrow Avenue in Northeast Washington, D.C. But if you look at the record, you'll find out that all his gas station ownership has to do with England. So they kind of like twist the record around, receive the revenue.
US to England. From US to England.
According to the record, they are saying that's where he owned his gas business. If you look at the historical search, even if you use AI or anything, you won't come out with facts. You always hit a brick. So the point about it is they've done a good covering. Lawyers do a lot. They do a lot of good things and bad things, so they can make sure that happens. It could be on record that you own this, you own that, but there's not enough fact that you own this, therefore you don't.
So how did he make the money to open that gas station at that time now? That's what made him want to.
If you remember what happened then, this was when he came to America. In other words, he was driven away from Nigeria by Abacha and all that.
Okay, when he went on exile.
So he literally had nothing, but
he was fighting for democracy.
And I don't want to say this, and even if you look at, I know a lot of Nigerians will be Lagosians will be very angry with me. There's a lot of mafia activities, even in the lady, the Miss Mogaji we're talking about. They always were like underground, maybe Nigerian standards of smuggling. But as the children, like my brothers and Tinubu and them grew up, they started classifying themselves as mobster. So when you classify yourself as a mobster, you start thinking like a mobster. You start acting like a mobster. You start communicating like a owned by any government. You know, it's a direct attack. I'll say it anywhere in a club. If they want, they can bring my head with a bottle. Fine. I can defend myself, but it's fine, you know. But I'm not doing. So sorry to cool
like the money did not come from any very, very known means. Is that what you're saying? Like it didn't come from a
no, not legal. His money never comes from legal means. The only money that he tried his best was when he became governor. Then he started looting from the government, from Lagos state government.
So prior to then, there's no trace to like the genuineness of this funds.
He never had no money. I mean, hey, if he was in a club, my brother probably paid for a beer for him. But anyway, I'm just joking. he had money, but not money like that.
Old. You're 70 years old. He's about 74 years old and all that. Are you're just 4 years younger than him. So that means he too would have been fair by then.
Why are you going to fool yourself? My brother.
No. I want you to rewind. Network did not let me hear you. You said something. I said you're 70 and he's 74.
Oh, that is not his real age. That's another thing that it's common sense. If it's if in the group of my brother and I'm 70, I'll be 70 in October 1926. I was born in 1956. If he was, and my brother was born in the 40s, and they were kind of like even classmates too. They had the same what do you call the high school he went to? What's that, the Ibadan Grammar School, or what was that called? And even then, my brother...
You know, we have several records. That Ibadan own self is no longer the new one now. There's one Lagos school like that.
Hey, because, okay, I hate to indict my brother on this one, but what they used to do in those days, they'll get into the schools, or our fathers will put them in the school, and then they won't go to school. So they literally have no record. You know, they'll be playing bands, they'll be playing
They were
trans, you know, like they officially probably would be registered, but nobody knows them in the school. So somebody like that would have no, and that's probably when they started getting involved. And you see, now I'm indicting my own self or my own brother. May his soul rest in peace, you know. But
we all did nasty things when we were young that we're not proud of. So I'm not sure there's anything really bad with that.
So definitely Tinubu is no less than 10 years at least older than myself.
He should be around 80 now.
If he goes on the Bible or the Quran that he believes in, he probably have a heart attack if he says he's 74. Well, I mean, he's not 4 years older than me. I mean, I call him a bomb. So you don't call somebody 4 years older than you. And he was my brother's kind of like, even actually older than my brother in a way.
And so your brother was almost 10 years older than you too.
Yes. Oh, wow. 47. So yeah, 9 years older.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, I'm sorry to make this my program and your program, but you know, it's just
the program is open to anybody. We can all talk and share. I just opened it so that we can talk about Nigeria generally. So it's fine. Okay. It's not a problem. I wanted to ask you a question. When you said that the Bola name is a name, Madam Mogaji's late child and all that, then what is the real name now? Ahmed.
Okay. Ahmed, yes, is his original name. Yeah, Ahmed Tinubu. But the Bola, and then now I think he tries to attract a new name to it, Adeyinka, and I don't see no kingship in his family. So I don't know where he got that name from. But anyway, that's part of the age, I think. He's getting old, and you can see what he's done. He's come to the end of his tactics. Look at who he fired, for example. One of the few that, of course, the finance guy. So he probably realized he's not going to win the election now. So he's put a younger guy in there so they can manipulate the finance of the country together. Because right now,
he fired him?
Huh?
You think he fired him because he wants somebody who would do wuru-wuru?
Oh, this man is not stupid. He knows the end of the road is there for him. He knows the end of the road is there. The signs are on the wall. The only prayer he has is to do it again illegitimately, but it's not going to work this time. There's only so much people can take. That's why I see, even right now, I give kudos to the Igbos. You guys have been crying for so long about breaking Nigeria. Now the Hausas are very happy to break Nigeria. The Yorubas are very happy to break Nigeria. So what we need is just a union where we all meet if this thing comes to a mess, and then we can talk about how we want the country to be broken. If we want to reverse back to the regional way, 3 regions, fine. If it's everybody go their way, fine. We split it. That's why I think, even though my father was a very patriotic guy, he was a founding father, he was very central to the administration of the Tafawa Balewa and Azikwe connection movement and everything. And he was the first Yoruba man to become the Baron Chairman Local Council, which was a great feat. And I know about how that happened and the fights he had with Awolowo, even though his best friend. But you just look at life as a good 360. The way I say it now, if Obi doesn't come in, then it'll be the end of Nigeria. I can tell you that. Take that from the son of GMJ.
Are you serious that Nigeria will disintegrate if Obi does not know now?
Will.
Why?
In the West here, we have already agreed. It's already been agreed that Nigeria, universally, that Nigeria is a failed state. It has all the symptoms of a failed state. People are talking about it now. We've known this over 10 years ago. The U.S. Army did studies about it over 30 years ago, with Air Force generals. And so they know, they've seen it. 2030 something was supposed to be the end, but so far it's fast forwarded and it seems like it's the end of Nigeria right now. All what we're seeing now is just that's why you see somebody like Atiku just sitting back and just smiling. He knows he's going to break. The end result is break. And even Obi himself is not stupid. He knows, but he knows that there's something better. See, people always talk about, why does Obi not really support Kanu, the gentleman in jail? Because they have 2 different kind of objectives, 2 different kind of directions. Obi is futuristic. He's preparing a way for the Igbos for their own future. I don't want to use the word Biafra. Of course, you have the name you call it, but whatever it is, Obi is preparing that groundwork for a good system for you guys. Put it that way. And all the Yoruba leaders know it. Even Tinubu knows it. Guys closed doors. He talks to everybody about, if I don't come in, we're going to break this country. I can put my hand on the Bible and tell you that. It's a fact. They know it. They know I don't want to use the word playing games because like 2 places they don't like the word games, the army and politics. Because to them, it's for real. It's a life and death situation. But to the average person who's beyond them or standing outside, we know it's a game. It's just a matter of chess and checkers and making your moves and seeing beyond the next guy. That's all that is. I pray for Nigeria, yes, if we go through to decide it's got to be a 3 system or whatever system, if we're going to have like Switzerland, 1 president a year, because everybody keeps talking about rotation. We talked about rotation while we were in school in the 80s when it wasn't even a war to be reckoned with. I remember an Igbo guy who was senior to me, his name was Granville Osuji, very reputable guy, very intelligent. He was one of the co-creators of a group of the Igbos called the Wandineba. And I knew about all that. I followed them. I studied it. I was ashamed we didn't have it in the Yoruba system. And it was very solid. But for whatever reason, even in those days, we used to wonder why Igbos never built their structures back home. But they know why they didn't do that. But now they're beginning to do it. So, there's really that great future for the Igbos. That's the way I would look at it.
So I'm sure that you guys must be very proud of Bola Ahmed Tinubu because he's taking the Tinubu name to, very far. He's taking it to the heights that the name can never get to. And he's making Lagos very proud. Being a president, being a governor who's held down Lagos State and who's known as he made Lagos what it is. He's the person who made this Lagos. So the Lagos that we have today is credited to him because of his blueprints and his ideas and all that. So are you guys not proud that, whether or not he's originally from here, just like, you mentioned, but the fact that somebody
the thing about it is, when you say you're proud of somebody, you have to understand what you mean by proud. Proud that the person is a thief, proud that the person looted your city dry, proud that they are using the same model to loot Nigeria dry. Actually, one of the best friends of my father, Cardoso, It kind of like that at the same time. One of his relatives is the governor of Yemi Gadoso. I never said nothing bad about him, but I watch it. You know, he's just sort of, he's so well educated that I wouldn't be surprised in the end if he needs a ride to the airport. He's honest. That's the best people that Tinubu uses. He'll find you with your honesty, but on unwavering commitment to him. And everything he does, as long as it's for him, but guess what? In the end, he will deny you. There's no other.
So are you all this one you're saying? Are you not saying that it's not our president Tinubu that made Lagos what it is today? He's the one that made Lagos what it is today now. Is he not the one that developed Lagos? Sir?
Well, you know, being a Lagosian, you know, that's a very tricky question for me. I'm not interested in running for any office till the day I die. I've never been interested, but I grew up in a political family. So to say he made it, there's been contentions. He's just a user and exploiter. And you might say, well, if he had failed, he would be responsible for it because it was successful. But if you look at the structures in Lagos, if you look at the ownership, if you look at those that gain, like you said earlier, there's a very small group, those of us that are original Lagosians, like the Aleko guys or the Badagry guys, the Ambode guys. Once we try to rise up, it knocks us down because he has a bigger group just exploiting Lagos. I don't want to go as far as say Lagos was better off under the old colonial rule than under the Tinubu that even we have till today. I won't say nothing wrong about the government because he's married to somebody from my area. So, you know.
Who from your area?
From a Brazilian kind of background. The governor of Lagos.
Who is that?
The wife of the governor, the present governor.
Oh, yeah, she's from Lagos. Yeah. She's from Lagos Island, and right. she's a person. She's
also Brazilian, yeah, kind of like Brazilian origin. But you know, the point I'm saying about all that is this: that being proud, and I told everybody from the beginning that Lagos is not Abuja. See, there's a way in which you run a federal system that is totally different from the way you run a state system. If you really, really think about it, I'm taking a shot now, but I'll tell you this: out of 10 presidents, maybe 2 of them were former governors. And even if there's 3, it'll be because Tinubu is the 3rd one. I can't say that. I'm just taking a pot shot in the air. That usually when you have a governorship frame of mind, I'm not saying it's little, but you just write for the governorship running of government. But when you run the federal government, in the way you run a state government, you will fail. Just like Tinubu has failed. The result is he's a failure. He's a failure. It's only time that will reveal how much damage he has done. You know, they used to say at one time, yeah.
I was going to say that, you know, it is the failure of Buhari that he's trying to repair. The failure of all the past administrations. Because those people did bad. Tinubu just came to resurrect the bad things, you know, to try to make us feel alive again. You see? So you're not calling it failure again. It's not good now. That's what you will say.
No, it's a failure in the sense that if you see, again, when Buhari was there were those who still believed that. To be honest with you, I respected him. I thought he was like 80% Nigerians. This was our savior, a man who was anti-corruption, a man who would finally bring an end to corruption. But in the end, what did we see? A weakling, right? I'm sure somebody who really loves him would say, hell no. Same with Tinubu. But history will never lie. Time will reveal to us the damage that he has done. Even look at little facts that is coming out now. Who was it who said it today? The guy from Kogi. What's his name?
The one that meant that he said that he's using Gino Melaye.
Melaye. He said, for example, look at the amount he has bought in such a short time versus what even Buhari that we thought was bad. Well, he is making Buhari look good. He's made every other bad president look
And you
good.
know that this borrowing is at a time where we're not paying subsidy. And there's an increase in
Yeah, that's
electricity
what he
bill.
said. It struck me as true.
Electricity bill. So why are we paying so much? Why are
He's
we
just borrowing the money and spreading it because that's how he maintains his political gravel. In other words, he's spending it not on roads or whatever. He called you a governor when he could have given you maybe $500 million. I'm just using dollars, for example, $500 million to take care of your state. He'll say, okay, governor, you want to cross over, I'll give you $250 million. Hey, that's where the money's going. And time will always reveal these things. We're going to wake up and find out the whole economy, the whole bank. We haven't started yet. We're just beginning. Unless somebody with a serious head comes in and they're talking about, I've created a new for them. They used to call everybody who ran away from Nigeria. I've been here 44 years, so I jackpot before everybody. If there's going to be Jallo, they're going to swim all the way to America. There's going to be sharks on the way.
Are you not going to jackpot that? Some of you people are doing jackpot that now. You don't want to jackpot
well,
that.
Without throwing my whole family out there, I have made up my mind. This next year I'll be 44 years. My father's been dead 40 years. So after my father died, see, my father was the kind of person that even Obasanjo was more like I wouldn't call. My father didn't have a big house. He had many houses. He had many lands, but he was more like a little houseboy in the house, where I could challenge him and say, "This is my father's house. I'm the general here, sir. Don't talk to me like that," because of the dignity of my father. And he rose up to people like my father. He's a multi-billionaire too. Tinubu, you're talking about, he had $6 billion officially when he left as governor of Lagos State. You wait and see how much he has. Unfortunately, they don't rate him as the richest man in the world. I'll bet you he'll be the richest man because he has this hunger for greed, money, power, and this kind of things. And I'm not going to look at it from the classical ways that everybody talks about, Machiavellian or something militaristic. I'm just saying, to me, it just comes from that inferiority complex of being an outsider. If you watch those that are very successful in life, they have certain qualities. They either a no to the society. You come from a family of about 10 people that are all tall, and you're the only short one. I can put money on you. This is going to be a billionaire. If all your family is black as myself, and then you are liked as likeness can be, you'll be because they will show it to you that you're different. So the only way you'll find out you can get even with them, the day you discover money will solve it, or power will solve it, or physical or control will do it, you start working on it. So you become very successful. Those are the things that make you successful. Maybe the name, I joke about it in my family. All those who had the richness to their names, like Abiola and so on, they became very rich. Those of us that had Olas in our names, glory, title, Abioye, Oyes, we don't care about that money. We don't care. We think more noble things. And our life runs smoothly. We never lack. We never want. I've been in America. I've never borrowed a penny from nobody. I've steadily developed my own.
Initially, you had mentioned that your brother was a friend to Funsho Williams. How did you guys feel about his death at that time?
You said what? He was what?
You had mentioned that your brother was friends with Funsho Williams.
Oh, no, they all, you see, the Lagos boys, we have this, when we grew up in Lagos, and he stayed in Lagos, not like me. And even then, when I was still around, at first he was a seaman, then he married one of the Folawiyo's children, one of those super rich, and they always have their clique together, like the Williams, what I'm saying? I have sisters who are married to children of FRA Williams, big shot lawyers, Folawiyo's, rich, that's how they do it. They intermarry each other, So they're all in the same group. They're all in the same career. One of his friends too is the one who got rejected today, who got expelled today. Peter Edun, what's his name? Edun.
Okay, Edun.
Yeah,
so Edun, the Lagos guy.
They're all in the same group. And even Bajabila too was in their group. Well, of course, his father more, because his father was a big shot lawyer. He studied here in America. this young Bajamila, but they all the same. They know each other. They all are with the children of the kings, the princes. They go to the same kind of schools in England. That kind of thing. Or those of you like myself, I'm just the black cat. What they call the black sheep. So I'm just as independent as my dad. So.
But as friends of your brother at that time, did you guys ever get a closure on what actually led to his death, Funshaw Williams?
Well, this is the thing about Nigeria. You might know what caused something, but everybody, or let's say Lagos, let me say what I know. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows who did what William means, right? But it's your business to take it on your head. And maybe my brother took it on his head. Who knows? Maybe he did.
Your brother was worried about it and he took it up.
Oh yeah, like why are you going to do that? That kind of thing. And he'd be like, this is politics where you don't want to work with me.
Who did he challenge?
That's the kind of discussion. This is the kind of discussion that will go on in a situation like that. So it's not like because you do something evil for political growth that I become your enemy on that behalf. I'll just scold you and say, and then you'll go to other levels. They're spiritual leaders, kings that they themselves know too. But what are they going to do? They're going to write, or like the king of Lagos will write a letter to to the FBI to investigate. No, it doesn't work like that. The same way with every culture. Everybody knows they're bound, but the truth stays in the system. It's just like with money. Before we started spending dollars, there was a time in life when they were spending stones. Not even in Africa. In Haiti here, they had stones that even at one time, the stone dropped in the river and they still said, we know where the stone dropped. We know where it is. This is the value of it. And it stayed the same way. So, but let me not confuse the public listening that what is he talking about? But the point about it is Tinubu's days are over. There is no way he will come even close to winning. Yoruba states will disappoint him like something else.
Yeah, no, Yorubas are supporting him very, very well.
Watch. You watch. But let me just put it this way. Just think about what I told you. That might be the salvation to Nigeria, the female angle. It's too late now because Obi is very okay, right? So let's see how that works.
Thank you. But you eventually didn't tell me what you guys were suspecting would have led to the death of Funshaw Williams anyway. I was hoping that we could perhaps have a hint of
it was political. It was political. Yeah. Oh, definitely. See, this is it. It was outright clear that he was going to win the governorship election.
So we heard, yes.
And because of that, you see, maybe nowadays, if you remember around that time too, it was kind of like normal in Nigeria. Your opponent is going to win. The only alternative, if you can do voodoo on him or literally kill him.
I mean, down in River State where I'm from, we had our own Marshall Harris deaths too. So
in that time too, around that time, it was becoming acceptable. I think after a while, people started realizing, this even myself, even me too, they might come get me if I'm going to run the next time. So they kind of calmed that down. That wasn't the way anymore. But that was the beginnings of the Tinubus. Like they had these guys, they were telling all this MC Olumo stuff. They were like their henchmen. He didn't have to do it himself. They just tell them this guy is going too fast. Something needs to be done. We'll take care of you. There's no written commitment. The next thing you know, a tractor trailer runs into the guy's truck and he's dead. So now that cleared the room. But they changed the philosophy a few years later, realizing that was dangerous, too dangerous. You know what I'm saying? And even, the case went to court and they were arrested.
It will go to court now, yes.
And look at how it ended. That was when the Tinubu group, maybe not Tinubu himself, realized how easy it was to use the courts. So they started investing in the courts. The first state that they totally took over the courts was Lagos State. That's why I'm watching this lady, the Chief Justice is no longer new.
She's your sister now. She's not your sister. Maybe she's also your sister.
Yeah, no. You see, you could be very erudite, you could be fearless, but nowadays, the courts are now such that, you remember at one time they weren't even paying them nothing. Now they've been overpaid.
by 300% or so, they increase the
You see what
salary.
I'm saying? At one time, we had judges, magistrates riding motorcycles to work. Now they're comfortable. Now their eyes are open. That it's almost like business as usual, like in the 70s and 80s, when you could just come to court and come in with your big agbada and go see the judge in his chamber in front of everybody, and everybody will tell the prosecutor looks left and right and knows where the case. Who did that guy come from? Well, that case is gone. So I'll just say, like those were those days. Thank God that was corrupt. But now we have a situation now where the whole system is totally corrupt. Who has suggested they should investigate judges? Where their money is, how their money comes from. Judges that are making little or no penny. Well, who are we to blame them when we have, like my good man, General Obasanjo, a multi-billionaire? At least he's made a little sense. And I'm not saying it because he's a prodigy of my dad, or to the student of my dad, but he at least proves where his money goes. Like he owns farms, he owns cement factories, he owns things in Ethiopia. So you could say, or like that Dangote, you can't say that's wrong. But somebody like Tinubu that has nothing concrete, they'll say, okay, this airport is being sold, and they'll buy it. It's not like thing. They'll buy it and they'll control it. They'll give contracts to their own company, and nobody so he did the same thing there. He wanted to apply there, and I said, Lagos, Abuja is not Lagos, because you're talking about different people. We as a country are very difficult to handle. So let me leave you alone.
Thank you so much, Mr. Abioye. It's absolutely amazing to have you here.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Send us message on WhatsApp now, so that I can be disturbing you sometimes. I'll make you a guest. Let's just talk about Nigeria. It was very interesting to have you here. So you have a WhatsApp line, right? Just do a WhatsApp message.
I'll do that. Okay.
And tell me that this is me. Tell me that this is you. I could, if you don't just spell it out, I won't know, because I have lots of numbers on that WhatsApp line. Let's just sometimes, once in a while, about Nigeria.
I'll follow you on that too. That's good.
About our country.
Thank you. Yeah, it'll still be okay. Sometimes we are pessimistic before we become optimistic. So let's just put our fingers crossed. You do your side, I do my side, and things will be okay.
I am doing my side. You can see that I'm living the example. So please come along with me. Let's both do our sides. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, sir. Wishing you all the best. Thank you. All right. Thank you, sir. Well, Nigerians' phone lines are still open, 0817-029-4077, or you simply click on the link on the pinned post. That link will bring you straight into the studio to join the conversation. If you go like put smart for any of the things where we don't talk about this evening, if you don't want put smart on call, no while now, make a pack my load, they go. But phone lines are open, 0817-029-4077. That is the number to join the conversation, so that we can, talk as much as we can, or as much as possible, about what's going on in Nigeria. And then I've seen quite a couple of reactions concerning what we just did. Make a look what I will go take some of our WhatsApp messages. I know still on our messages them plenty. Or make a look the one I will take sharply. Okay, Henry, I saw you here before. Let me see. Hello, Henry.
Yeah,
hello, Henry. Good evening, my brother, man. How far now?
I'm okay. Yeah, welcome. I just like them. I like the way. He's an honest man. Because sometimes honesty, and he can't lie. Whatever thing he's saying, at least I believe him. Yeah. Precious, what are you saying? I say,
wait, you yesterday's this is more than neutral. So I would just do, are you serious?
Okay.
I would just do like that.
Well, I don't blame you though. So
thank you.
Yeah, this kidnapping. A lot of people have like that. You remember the man who died? They used to call him Obadiah, and he, he said everything about what is coming to Nigerians, and all those things are happening. Then Nnamdi Kanu also said it. So to me, it's not like we know it. So just that wherever place you are going in Nigeria, you just have to be security conscious.
It is really crazy. Who would have thought
Yeah.
that people who entered bus to go to the east would be
Yeah,
kidnapped?
yeah. That's why, like, anytime I'm traveling, anything too early, anything too late.
No, this one was not too early. Oh. It's not the normal time that they travel. Oh. Now around 9 a.m. At 9 a.m. I'd be 8 a.m. 9 didn't catch them for a road. Oh. It wasn't
Well,
too early.
it's unfortunate though. It's unfortunate.
It wasn't too early. It was the normal time when morning buses they pass.
I know. Yeah.
That was the normal time. And it's crazy.
And again, I think, I mean, though that particular road, you see, nothing like village itself, like you will be passing like villages or people. So that's another thing, because all those places just like thick forest, but it's unfortunate that it happened to them. I pray they should release them, more especially that woman that you just showed.
That woman figure hypertension. God, that beg. Maybe
So,
she even die before her picking. I just is sorry for her, honestly.
Yeah, so
and who knows the plight of others in whole there too.
Yeah, it's very, very terrible. Even I remember when we traveled to Akwa Ibom State, so the driver, I told the driver, though I've been to that part of, I've been to like Akwa Ibom. I've taken that road before, but I told the driver, don't go through that Ogoni side. Don't go through, we should pass through Okwa East. Okwa, at least once I pass those Akwa Ibom, the other side of it, I can understand Igbo now, whatever. So we pass through, then come out in Obe side. So that's the way we come back to Port Harcourt. But I told the guy, no, don't go to that Ogoni area, those Ogoni side. Let's pass the way at least I will understand what they are talking. So all these things you just have to. Though you can never know all, but sometimes your instinct will tell you, do this side, go this way, go this way. So we just, it's like in Igbo land they will say Agbara Ekperechi. I mean, as you're going now, you just be praying to your God, let you not fall into this until it's very, very, I mean, that's insecurity. No, it's not easy.
Thank you so much, Mr. Henry. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good night.
Good night, my brother. See why Danjuma, this one way chillax like this. Is everything all right?
The whip for Nigeria now.
I beg, I don't tire to whip, self. Me self, no whip. You see my eye don't swell up, finish. I still whip.
Mr. Bio, you don't finish end of discussion. I don't finish everything.
No, him and I were just having it. You hear what we talk now, just between support you.
You wicked, though. You wicked. You wicked. You wicked.
No, we were just having a friendly conversation.
I hear you. I hear you.
I did not know that you people heard. You people are not supposed to be eavesdropping in our conversation. Please don't mind them.
The man no hide mouth at all. Why you go naked Baba for marketplace like that? Why
there was a naked in.
Hey, why you go do that kind of thing now? You just naked the man for nothing. Now brother, now you go do like that.
So there was a cut and naked in. I didn't know.
In naked and well. Can't Kuku even tell us in age, tell us everything. Actually, too. Anyway, that's Nigeria for you. It's a shame. It's when you see Nigeria, you will wonder, say, how did we get here? How did we get here? How can rubber wearing, what thing they call them? Rubber slippers wearing
slippers wearing hungry men.
They call them slippers wearing, but the armor where they use, the intelligence where they deploy to be able to intercept your messages, to be able to go and attack military formations, to even begin to down your planes and so on. And all the things where we see where they call them robbers, say they'll be robber, this thing. You need intelligence to do that. Those are not robber. They hear some of them where they speak. They hear some of them when they speak. They speak. Some of them where I don't hear speak good English, polished English. You call them papers wearing this thing. I beg, Nigeria is a shame. We don't have a government. There's no government because it's commerce all. Anybody can do anything. Anybody can come from France, uh, China, U.S, Britain, UAE, India, Turkey. They come in, they do anything where they want. Nothing
No,
happens.
you know, Turkey, they don't get base where they go train our gallant soldiers.
America go train for now. Turkey go train for now. Israel go train for
When they
now.
don't complete for training, that be the problem. Because by the time they learn Israel own, they learn America own, can't join the learning together with Turkey. Make it be counter training.
You know.
And I
So
don't know why Nigeria they so important, so everybody want to help us train soldiers like this. This seems so
that is it now. They don't sell like na case now, na carcass now remain now. They don't sell they sell ports, sell steel, sell Lagos LPZ, sell Eco Hotel. You know, what do you remain again? They don't sell everything now. They sell everything. Sell them sell them to proxies. You know, sell houses where people where steal money, take their money, buy house for UK and so on. Somebody buy them for cheap price. What do you remain? Before maybe before the 4 years go and they'll sell everything. Go sell everything, you know, leave carcass for us. That's what's happening. They don't sell nothing, they don't buy nothing. School of Nursing for Lagos. They don't buy Lagos State Polytechnic. Not be somebody buy it. They can anybody say anything. Now for our crow eye from Abacha, now they say Eco Hotel, we belong to Lagos State. Somebody an outsider buy them. Now they run them for now. They will sell everything finish now. They don't fire Edun now. You know why they fire them?
Why?
That now this well is old. That's a disciplined person.
It's not about the old age.
That's not a disciplined man. Maybe they don't get disagreement. Maybe he say, willing care.
I was hoping I'll do a video exclusive on that, but let me see if I would have gathered the energy and time to do that.
Gather the facts and tell us. But I know say water pass on that bridge. I know say water pass on that bridge. I say an old man now because if you know go fit tell and say turn right, turn left. About the man go say, I know, I get pikin, I get children. I can't.
Yeah, the way they are pastor now. You're born again pastor.
Yeah. So it gets at it go tell I go say no, you say make I come out. They go say okay, I fire you. Since you know one do. You know, see, you know, fit explain yourself whether they ask some question. Tell us what you take your budget, what you happen to do something. The old man they look. You know, one disgrace himself now.
It's not. Do you think he did not respond because he didn't have what to say?
You know what? You man know what? You know one thing. Now me, from my mouth, now you go hear him. The man probably say, "Oh yeah, now you be my assistant. Now you be make you come talk. Now you sabi the thing." So he's paying.
An assistant talk finish, can't get relocation.
If the assistant talk now, they no send him. They talk finish. Now I say, okay, we not trust you. You Igbo, you Omo Igbo. Oh yeah, you go there. Then make I bring somebody when I trust. We don't do some job for us for tax, and after I don't do everything, say everything is good, everything. Now he's saying, no, there's command inside. The thing get killed.
He deny this. He say no, be saying no really talk and say command inside.
What you expect?
Deny the command. I got to make I bring OBC, make OBC follow us talk. So OBC, good evening and welcome. Are you sleeping on duty, Mr. OBC?
I cannot be sleeping.
Welcome.
No.
Welcome.
Yeah, how are you, Precious?
I'm okay. How about you?
Very well, thank you. TY, good to see you. How are you?
Good.
I did, man.
Go ahead.
I did.
Go ahead.
See your country as it be. See your country as it be.
You know, I'm still so well. I wanted to start with, are you guys surprised about Mokweton and the defense of his outfit, INEC?
Boy, the way we know how we pronounce it in Igbo. Boy, break it down. I'm Mokweton. Nah, so with the
Hey. Anybody who is surprised, obviously, either wants to deceive himself or just don't want to be real, because that is how it should be, because they are playing the script. That is what they already have written. And, I thank God for the guy that just left, the Abioye guy. At least he has, laid down at least he's an insider. And I'm sure he didn't want to say much. He has a lot. If you poke him more, he has a lot he will reveal.
I don't poke people, though.
No, you were poking him now. I was listening.
That kind of thing at all. No, I disagree. I put it to you that you're wrong. I disagree.
Oh, okay.
I used to come again need for hand. Na virtual conversation. I'll see my poke. I know poke.
Okay. However, you have drilled him to bring out some stuff out of him. When next he comes, do the same more. He will reveal to you.
The problem that you were eavesdropping in our conversation. We were having a very hard.
I thought you said we should call him.
No.
Are you having a private chat? I thought you said we should.
No, when I said call in, then he now came in for us to have a chit chat. Oh, you wouldn't have eavesdropped. You would have removed your ears.
The chit chat wasn't for you alone. It's for your audience.
When sometimes when people are talking, they say children close your ears. I'm not saying your children, but you would have closed your ears and not listen.
Okay.
You I hear you. In me and Mr. Abioye's conversation.
No, next time he comes, drill him the more. He will tell you more of what he knows. And I just hope that people will react. I hope that people in Nigeria and people who are in the circles will react to what he has said, to either debunk it or to challenge him to come up with facts. And let the battle line be drawn. But at least you now know that there are too many people who are rooting for the kicking of Nigeria. Nigeria is not a country, and it will never be a country. I'm sorry.
You see,
I'm not even sorry.
No, you are sorry because you're on this platform. I'm not. I take that sorry first. You're sorry because you're on this platform. Then you're not sorry when you're by yourself. So I understand the two things you said. It's fine. But please, why you're on this platform, you're sorry about that. So please go ahead.
Yeah, well, Nigeria is not and will never be, because it has never been. It was founded on a faulty foundation. People, I'm sorry, even our father Zeke, I don't know why he chose to, make that mistake of aligning with these people. It's not going to stop. Turkey, they have brought in Turkey because it's also on the agenda that Turkey is going to expedite the Islamization of Nigeria. That was why Gumi, whether he's the vice president, told Tinubu to, instead of aligning with America, go to Pakistan or go to Turkey. Or if Iran was stable, he would have told him to go to Iran as well. So that is all in the agenda. I listened to this guy, Okocha, who brought in, I don't know what year was that. I think it was when Buhari was in power, when Turkey shipped ammunition to Boko Haram and was telling the pilots who to deliver it to, and that those ammunition should not be used to kill their brother, the messengers of Allah. So that tells you that all these things are orchestrated, and it's a pity that Turkey is in NATO, because NATO does not.
Is it Turkey? Sorry, is it Turkey or Iran that did? I think it was Iran that did that.
No, it was Turkey.
Okay.
It was Turkey that did the shipment. So it's a pity Turkey.
Then, I know that Egypt even accused them of that.
Yeah, because the pilot was an Egyptian.
Yes,
the pilot was an Egyptian.
Egypt accused them of it. I played that video here now that Egypt accused them of it, and
the pilot was an Egyptian. So it's an orchestrated thing that at the end of the day, they want Nigeria to go on their knees. And the best thing for everybody to do when we still have a modicum of resistance is, now that we are still in the majority, especially in the Southeast. Now that we are still in the majority, we still have some sort of power of resistance. Unlike other than that, when they come and take over everywhere, surround us, that means we all surrender. So the best thing to do for everybody that loves that nation, anybody that is rooting for the oneness of Nigeria is a hater, hates Nigeria. Anybody that loves that country, that loves the Middle Belters, loves the Hausas, loves everybody, is for everybody to go their way. That way there will be sanity. I still say, I like what Isiayo Fakbohunda said on Arise TV, that we can be good neighbors, but let there be peaceful separation, not fighting. Let's just go on you know, what do you call it? Say who is going here and who is going there, and let everybody go their way. For how long shall we continue this? If they say because Trump is there, they're not going to do anything. Okay, Trump is going to come against them. What if Trump leaves? Trump is going into his 80s. Even if he comes with American Congress and they say, okay, go more one time. You are doing so good. Go one time. He won't be there forever. The Constitution of America will not allow him to be there to be a lifetime president. What if he goes and somebody else comes in who doesn't care, or who cares but still gives leeway to these guys? That means all of us are gone. We that are over here, that means we are a gender species. You know, we're a lost generation, because fear will not allow us to come home when they have all taken the country over. So I still say, you know, TY, let everybody advocate. If you have the ears of all the, I have said it before, all the intelligentsia of, especially the ones from the Southeast, let's advocate for, let everybody go. It can never be well. And I don't pray that we will be well with Nigeria, to be honest with you. I don't pray that. My prayer is that
you cannot be wishing us that. Okay, my brother, thank you. I appreciate
okay.
You. You cannot wish us that,
so
please.
That's it. But I like what I had today. I don't know who is that lady that sat at the table with Dino Melaye. She spoke very well. Is it today they had it?
I'll post a separate video on that. Yes.
She's a former member of the House. She's a former member. She's a former member of the House of Rep from the East.
She spoke very well.
Very well, excellently well. Excellently well.
Yeah, she spoke very well. She did. Let them come up with their own facts. Let them come up, you know. And as Dino Melaye said, all tyrants are cowards when you challenge them, and that is why they are doing what they are doing. Find it. Today I listened to one Yoruba show. They call it Diaspora Panel. You know, they're all Yorubas, and they said that there is an inkling, or there is a knowledge that Tinubu is going to release Nnamdi Kanu. And of course, I know that he's going to use him as a political pawn to say, Igbos, okay, I have given you your son. You have to vote for me. You know, and one of the guys there was saying, oh, if he releases it, that means Obi is gone. All Igbos are going to vote for. I say, you guys don't understand who the Igbos are. It's not going to use him as a political pawn. If we like, make you release him, give him a vice president. We're not going to vote for him. You know. Anyway, so what else is on the table?
A lot of things now. When I don't chop and finish now, all the food we I bring come here. When I rush and leave me, when I don't chop the food, when I don't chop all the food when the table finish, When I just they rush the food, they chop them anyhow. So you
no, it's interesting. Whenever I like, the thing is, there are times it's overwhelming to me. I don't like to join, because if I join, you won't like my mouth. That's why sometimes I'm not gonna like to join, Joe. You know,
so your mouth, because we get your type for River State too. Somebody did for Abuja.
I don't think you will have a better bad mouth than me.
No, it's good for you to come now. It go spice the whole thing now. It go help spice. We need the good, the bad, the ugly, all of them combined, mix them together.
The good and the sweet.
Yes.
You know, let them do the country well.
Why you no join when we get Basbos the other day between two people? You for join now.
I wanted to join. I was calling. She didn't pick my call. That was
if you know how many calls I had that day, my phone line
that
is
was this
almost
guy,
zero.
Abi. These two guys.
Yes.
The guy in Ghana and the guy in Oklahoma.
The refugee and the one in
see why Danjuma. That's
not
not
refugee, not refugee now. Not refugee. What is a refugee?
So put the record straight. He's
So
still
now that
a
he's
Muslim and I
speaking
love
for Tinubu, maybe Tinubu will allow him to come home.
I don't know say you see him. Precious, maybe I tell you. I don't know say you see him. You hear him now, Precious. Did you hear him?
Now he's speaking for Tinubu. You know,
Did you hear him?
Because he challenged the Laura guy when Laura was trying to chronicle.
Is it against this Turkey training our troop? Because he should be against it. He's not against it. It's not a problem.
I told you, Precious. I told you, Precious, that of all the Basgos where they talk everything, he didn't say, nobody said anything about the Nigerian government. How can that thing be happening? How can you blame Oyibo man for everything? But your own government, you don't say anything like this. You didn't
say anything wrong.
Yeah, that is allowing that nonsense. You don't say anything wrong.
How come you're not empathetic to the even if, let's say, they are not Christians?
Yes.
Even if you didn't, why not empathize with the people, the dead first?
No empathy. It was
you have gone to wake up. The T.Y. Danjuma, now you go wake up this sleeping dog.
He was insulting all of us.
He was so rude because he felt that he's so educated. He can speak well. He can.
Yes, we're emotional.
This is somebody that was speaking English, and yet he was accusing the other guy. This is a lawyer. When lawyers speak, they have their language. You are now accusing him that he's speaking grammar. Meanwhile, you are the one that's even speaking bringing up dictionary grammars in the discourse.
Looking down on everybody. Do you know that they find him in the UK? Court find him in the UK and charged him $95,000 for libel of this thing, for libel.
And he calls himself investigative journalist.
No, T.Y. Danjuma, let's not do this. Like I told him off this conversation, he remains somebody that I love dearly and I respect him and I genuinely care about him. I mean,
no. Let me put the facts straight. He's intelligent. He's intelligent.
He is.
You know, good investigative journalism.
But that made him arrogant.
Yes, but the way his demeanor, his language was foul. Some of the things that he said here, are false. And the fact that you don't want anybody to interrogate it, it's not right. You can't. People have to interrogate you. We're not small kids now.
I understand you. I mean, Barrister Frank also said that every single fact or every single thing he blamed him for, he actually got those points from his Facebook. Like I pasted something on my Facebook, I tagged the people, and you go and do a report based on what I pasted and tagged, and you call it investigative journalism, like you did one big finding. Because I posted that and I tagged these people. So if I didn't tag them, you perhaps may not have known whom they are. So I tagged them, and you click on that tag, did your findings about who they are and where they work, and then you say, boom, he works for Washington. But that aside, that does not take
everybody is evil. Showore is an asset. It's a U.S. asset. Everybody is
he is a more asset than everybody.
How can you be saying that kind of a thing?
I
mean,
But what I wanted to say that day is, you go ahead, T.Y. Sorry.
Yeah, he has his perspective. I understand what he's saying. There is no doubt that there is the hand of all these foreigners in this insurgency thing. I mean, nobody would dispute that.
Why hand of foreigner no go inside? Make I ask you a question. Why hand of foreigner no go inside? First of all, it's easy for hand of foreigners to be involved because they know us as to be overly religious and ethnic. Because so what they do is just to play on. I was talking to somebody earlier today and I just said, it is simple. You apply the Machiavellian principle. You want something that these people have and you cannot get illegally from them. You look for something that is your Achilles heel. Use it against them. That's what Machiavelli would do. Do you understand? So you just simply look for the Achilles heel. What's in be that thing where it be say, I go fit use bring Obagara for where they did. And that is
Yes.
because you like religion. Oh yeah,
Yes.
oh, this religion be define this thing before. Make I use and fire them, put them
Yes.
beside them. You understand?
Yes.
Oh, ethnicity, they do them like this. Make I use them. Do you understand that?
Yes.
But that is not to totally wipe away the
Yes.
fact that there is an agenda to take over people's land. The reason I'm saying that is
yes,
because
that's the point. That's the
there was
point.
no agenda to take away people's land. You see
Yes.
those lands where people don't take over today, where unknown gunmen did. The government of your country would have done everything possible to chase them away. See, what is the easiest way to know who? What is the easiest way to get a stolen good? When you see them for the person who steal them hand, Abi. Now these people are living on a stolen land, renamed. You know what this means? So often a day like this now, your papa and your grandfather villages no they exist again. Person don't they live there now. Rename them. That's what is going on.
Yeah.
And you're telling me it's normal. As my mama day now, where we say she day, assuming she lives with me right now, she has, you know how mothers and their boxes of wrapper is important to them. So my mama boxes of wrapper where they for Ndoki land now, where no fit carry come Lagos. Next thing I go here say people don't come demolish the house, throw away the wrapper them or carry the wrapper them, they live for that house. Do you know the trauma is to put that woman into? Because some of those things, it's not even like they will use it. My mother she loves fine dining. She used to collect, dishes, plates. Breakable plates, those olden days fine breakable
those
plates.
old
designers
plates. Yeah,
she gets, which mean a lot to her. Where I not carry come Lagos. Make she hear say one person don't carry them.
She doesn't use it to eat, so she will never use it to eat.
Anything, but she just likes to have collection of fine dining wares. You know that kind of thing. So
yeah, we have them.
Those things packed full different boxes, different boxes. Now so then they like that. So I can't hear say one man don't come carry those things, and one people don't come, they don't demolish her house, rebuild. Hearing that alone will just kill her. It's not like she will even use it. It's not even because she will use it. But the thought of that alone, the thought that you don't have a village to go back to.
Because it's a treasure. To her, it's a treasure.
Because we in Africa, where we're from, say we did very familiar. We're not there like Oyibo people where they say, then they go forget about their home. We're very familiar. So anything will happen to us, they like trace back to our roots, go back home. So imagine when you think of, make her go do masquerade for our home. No more masquerade. No more meeting, no more anything again. That has ended. You may not ever see your age grades again. That has just ended because unknown people have just come to take over your land. And then governments, that's the only person bigger than governments in this world now, God. Government cannot do anything about it. You see, I never still understand that concept. And there is nothing, if Obi likes, let him enter power today. If he cannot take people back to their ancestral homes, then he's failed.
Then he's failed, yes. But the thing is, he might not be able to do it because the president of Nigeria is not the president of Nigeria. Another person is calling the shots from somewhere. I don't know. Okay. But my own thing here is, whenever they come online, they say, these are not, they're not citizens, they came from somewhere. So does it mean, and I know that during the COVID, Buhari opened the borders and allowed them entry. Does it mean that, first of all, where are these people from? If you have government, your government liaise with the government from wherever these people are coming from and say, you know what, you guys come and take your own people or deport them from where they're coming. What is wrong in finding out from where these people are coming and say, you know what, you guys got to go back. For these ones that have been here for maybe 50 years, okay, sure. After all, the whites in South Africa, you can't send them anywhere anymore. For these ones that have been here for 50, 100 years, okay, you are our brothers, we are the same. But this is the rule. But all these ones that have come here during the COVID, that came in towards 2014 because of election, why can't they send them back? Why can't they send them back from wherever they imported them?
You see, the same people who are telling you that they are foreigners, now the same people now they preach to you, say, they are brothers.
They are prodigal son.
They are prodigal son. Prodigal son didn't go out with weapon, they kill people. Prodigal son didn't kidnap anybody. So the person where they even do and where they use Bible, they use them wrongly because there's no relationship between this son and prodigal son. Prodigal son left from his father's house.
When it's to their advantage, they will quote the Bible, but they will never quote Quran. I have never seen any one of them quote Quran. They will always quote the Bible to suit their own agenda, but they will not quote Quran. Prodigal son was good with his family until he decided.
Prodigal son never killed his family members.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He was good with his family. He was the one that said, "Daddy, I think I'm a slave."
I'm a big boy.
The prodigal son thought that maybe his father sending him on errands was punishment. It's okay.
I'm a big boy.
I'm a big boy.
Yes.
You know it now. In this country, when they are 18, they say, "Dad, I'm 18. You can't talk to me like that." Probably that's what entered into that guy's head.
Yes,
Dad, I'm old enough. Let me go and fend for my life. Okay, go. But after he realized himself, he was the one that came
back.
You know.
So how is that relation? Where is the relationship?
There is no relationship. There is no relationship. But another thing is what I wanted to find. Whenever you have I keep forgetting his name, the lawyer from Oklahoma. Why is it that Frank? Why is it that none of their people? Is it that, yes, probably they say Fulani has conquered them. How come that none of their people springs forth to say, okay, now that Obi is coming, why can't they bring somebody and say, Obi, this is somebody that has to be your vice? If they claim that they are more populated, except if they are not one, like I know that there are so many tribes over there, but if they can come under one umbrella, come together under one, whatever name you want to call yourself, I say, Obi, this is somebody that will be your vice. Let's see how
Igbo man without a Fulani. Be like, son, I don't know Nigeria.
So that's what I'm saying. Why is it that these people that are less than 10% of Nigerian population, why are they the one controlling the country?
Well, you know, you see, that's why sometimes you see that they play that politics with the aid of the British. You know, they have positioned themselves in strategic places, very, very strategic places, and it is difficult to dislodge them. So, I mean, look at the Reverend Father in Benue. The first assignment he did after winning is to go to Sokoto to say thank you.
Can you imagine?
Thank you. And you see him when they tell him, he can't even say there's genocide in his state. He can't say it. You can't look at the way he was looking at the Tortif. When Tortif, they say, you know, when the president came there, they said, no, this is not from my head. This is, if you look at it, it was very uncomfortable. That's a priest. So because they put him there. So you see, they have managed, they have been very strategic, they have put themselves in positions where, you know, for a long time they will be the ones dictating, the direction of politics and so on. You have to go and see them. There is no Hausa person that is an emir. None.
Can you imagine?
No house. There's no Hausa person that is an emir. None.
But is it that don't they have prominent people in? Don't they have apart from being in power? Don't they have prominent people? At least like professors who are in academia or even overseas who are doing so well that can influence one thing or the other. Don't they have such prominent people apart from, because after Gowon, I don't think that, okay, maybe Danjuma. I don't think that has anyone that has risen up to say, you know what, he's a power broker. Don't they have such people?
They have. The thing is complex. I mean, you used to have the Langtang Mafia and all those things and all, but you know, Danjuma doesn't have power. Gowon, they don't have power. They don't get power. The critical sectors are being held by them. And the fight, actually, what you are seeing is a fight, is an attempt to dislodge them, and they are holding strong. They're in the military. They're in politics. They're everywhere. They have professors. They have. Listen, let us not paint all of them, with a black brush, because I have seen some of them who say, no, we don't like this thing. This thing that's happening is not good. It's not right. So we have to speak the fact and say, no, this is not just all of them endorsing what is happening. Okay, so they don't like it. It's affecting them. It's giving their ethnic group a bad name. But to have the courage to come out to say this thing is wrong, it must not happen, or to assemble your people and talk to them and say to them, listen, you, I don't want this thing to continue. It has to stop. That's what they haven't done. Because, look at Erufai, when his mother died and he went to go and bury. You saw all of them there, the people fighting him, they were all there, shaking hands with him. And, we're looking like fools. We were attacking them, and these people. I said it's precious. I told you, say this thing a quarrel between two brothers, they will settle their problem.
They will.
Yeah, so all these things that they do, the bond will hold them is stronger than we where they talk to themselves. They know. At the end of the day, you will see what is going to happen. But the point is, this whole issue is very, very complex. It's very, very complex. And I agree with you that I think we have gotten to a point.
I actually don't agree that it's complex, but it's your opinion. It's okay.
How do you mean it's not complex? Yeah, can you solve it? Can you solve it overnight?
What I mean is that it's not complex if we can look people in the eye and call a spade and tell ourselves the truth. The reason why we think it's complex is because of difficulty of saying the truth, because we fear some people or respect them too much to tell them the truth. And that's why it has been.
And that is why I have grudge with our Igbo leaders.
So there's complex about it.
Precious.
Okay, that's why I have a conversation. I say, I'm sorry, but you notice what is happening? The church leaders, the traditional rulers, everybody, they do the thing. Everybody know what's in the go on, but everybody they do, including the politicians. Everybody just do like say we don't understand what's in the happen. They fail to tell ourselves the truth, because there's no way the churches can tell us they don't know what's going on.
Precious, people have been speaking secretly and publicly. What has happened? You mentioned Dr. Melafia, but I am Melafia. He spoke. What happened to him? People have been speaking. What of Danjuma Ali Kefi? You saw what happened to him. He's speaking. You saw what happened to him. If you speak, they buy you. Or if you speak, they deal with you. People have been speaking.
So if the whole Nigeria speak, then go. So if all the traditional rulers, all the church leaders in one voice call on all their members, all their followers, say time, this is not waiting to happen, no time don't reach everybody. So they go kill everybody. How many then they? You don't understand me.
Precious, everybody cannot be like
then
you.
Let's the gallery. Let's keep the gallery and let this continue to linger until whatever it is that is the agenda.
If you
now they are bringing Turkey to agenda very soon.
If you make too much trouble, they beg you, they talk to you, you don't agree. Anything you see, you take.
We're speaking only one at a time. There is no way all of us, your Igbo leaders, for instance, how many of them have spoken? How many of them?
Waiting your people for Rivers stock when the katakata did it.
I'm not exonerating any of them. The same goddamn thing. Now all of them they do. So by the time the Igbo speak, Rivers speak, that everybody speak with one voice, everybody face them ready. Military come to disarm your boys. The traditional ruler stands to say you're not disarming them until you disarm people who kill us. Are you not hearing what Frank Kuto tells you that happens? That they would come and they would disarm. Not be here, they read you waiting on a police talk. So you don't have the right to own firearm, even to protect yourself.
I think we don't have leaders.
Twice was arrested for owning a firearm.
Precious, they have killed enough. We don't need people to be killed. The best thing to your tents, O Israel, they have killed so many. Let's everybody go.
That conversation. So what stops our politicians across all of these states to come together and say, you know what, we're staging a walkout? They never even get the temerity to mention our National Assembly.
We don't have leaders. We don't have leaders. I remember
to cry out and say, we know for what is going on in our land, whatever this agenda, make everybody walk out. Okay, we could leave them only them. Make only them take the National Assembly. Everybody.
We don't have leaders.
We never have a sitting again. What I'm saying.
I remember when Mbakwe was governor. When Mbakwe was governor, the customs will leave border. They will come to Area by those days and be disturbing traders. Mbakwe rose up one day and said, you cannot come here and disturb my people after leaving your border. You leave the boundaries of Nigeria. Then you come to a hinterland of Nigeria to disturb traders. They are carrying fake or contraband. That was how that one died. Now there is so much siege on Igbo land of military checkpoints. They killed somebody the other day in Aba. So why is it that our legislators, our governors cannot rise up and say, you know what, this thing got to stop? You cannot be checkmating our. Okay, you guys said it was IPOB. IPOB, you bask on an euphoria that you have dislodged IPOB, you have decimated them. Why are you still there? Why are you still there? Why are you still having checkpoint at every 1 mile in the southeast? And no legislation, no body, no prominent man or the EZEs or the governors has said you're making life unbearable for my people. Because of 1,000, you kill somebody. But meanwhile, you are indoctrinating or bringing 744 Boko Haram. You say you have radicalized. However, they said that word.
De-radicalized.
Huh? Yeah, de-radicalized.
Why are they not taking all those soldiers to the place where they are killing people every day? Wouldn't they be more useful there? Wouldn't they be more useful there? They would be more useful there. Put roadblocks everywhere, put them there. You know, they won't go because they know they will fight them. They will not go there.
You reintegrate these people. 744. The next thing now, you will send them to Hajj, go and perform pilgrimage. Then they come back and get emboldened, and they kill them more. And today I saw that they said, is it 400 and something? They said they're going to kill. They gave, was it 72 hours ultimatum? If nothing is done, they're going to start killing them one by one. And government has not spoken. Nobody has said anything. They kidnapped people from GUO van or truck, bus.
GUO
and demanding
bus. Is a bus.
Yeah, GUO transport. And demanding unbelievable amount from poor people.
And there's a checkpoint very close. There's a checkpoint very close. Checkpoint very close there. You know, Nigeria is.
So where on which road did that happen? Bini, Onisha, or where?
All right. Just on your way, like it was people living from. Let's say you're going from Lagos to the east along the road.
The thing don't tire person, you know. Unless the airline, that's why I say if the airlines can go on strike, all of them ground, so that all of us go the pass road.
Abby?
Yeah, yes, now.
Yeah.
If airlines don't fly, although they get their own private, if air traffic controllers go on strike, airline, everybody, so that all of us go pass that road. If they kidnap one or two of them, I think everybody will get sense. Because it's not affecting them. Huh? It's a shame. Oh. It's a shame.
It's a big shame. Oh.
It's a shame. It's a total failure. We haven't had it this bad. And anybody where go they see this kind of thing, open your mouth because they give them a bag of rice. They say things are good. We are making progress. Oh, I don't want to curse anybody, but may God forgive that person.
Let me tell you how you know that weekend that America retrieved their pilots.
Yes.
If you see how proud I was, as I told somebody, I said, you know what? At 60, if America called me today to go to war, I will go. Because of that singular
person.
One person.
Look at the assets that they deployed. Look at the
one person. They destroyed F-16 flights.
Because of one person. Just to get him, whatever.
Killing generals, and yet nothing is done.
You don't even understand the point. It's not to get him alive. They know there is a probability he'll be dead.
Yeah.
But to get his body. To make sure, the enemy is not carrying body.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they even respect you even at death. I beg, good night, my people.
You know what happened? When I saw that thing, I remembered 60 Minutes at Entebbe. That was the same. It was like a reminiscent of that 60 Minutes in Entebbe. Sometimes I watch it here. I call my son, say, let's see the bravery of the Israelites.
Yes.
Went into an enemy's den, retrieve all their people.
Yes.
Come on. How daring can that be?
Meanwhile,
Iran cannot dare to get their pilots in a U.S. soil like that.
It's not possible. Hey, it's not possible.
It's not impossible.
It can never be possible.
Our general, we die, Musa. They don't even see him.
Nobody go. They no go. See that fine handsome man will die.
Yes.
Oh, tell me, if you're an American, why won't you be proud that your country will not abandon you? It's
So
horrible,
you see,
man.
sometimes when one of these politicians talks, say we need people with empathy, and people look at it like, oh, you're doing too much. What do you mean by empathy? That's just be humane.
Yes.
Just be humane.
Yes.
Just show that you're human. Treat people like they're human. It's not fair. I don't
Yes.
even know how else to state this. Let the citizens understand that you treat them like they're your fellow
Yes.
humans.
And they know you are not perfect. So if you make a genuine mistake, they go on.
People will know.
Say,
They will
yes, this is a
understand.
mistake,
They
and
will
you
understand.
apologize.
Yes, they will
You are
understand.
not God. But if
They
you
will understand.
deliberately say you want to be a leader and you are enjoying, we are paying you everything, you are enjoying everything, and you don't care what happens to the people, not even to talk. And even when you even try to talk, it's like they force you. You just people when they mourn, you don't even show any empathy. You can't even go there. The governor was supposed to be they protect you. He himself they come talk to you in Amorka. Meanwhile, you know the Amorka. You know if you come down.
And the thing is, and one thing is, Nigerians are not greedy. They don't demand so much. Oh.
Yes.
All they needed is that basic things. Give us, even if you like, carry the whole world, just give them that their base. When Mbakwe was I still refer to Mbakwe. The roads Mbakwe built by MCC those days are still the best roads in Imo State, Imo State today.
Yes.
And we heard that when Mbakwe left, he took money, but we didn't care. Mbakwe gave us water. He gave us lights. Okay? Mbano power station. He gave us lights. Ikenwachuku came and dismantled that power station Mbakwe gave us. He gave us water. Pipe-borne water. I know when we will go to the reservoir, the reservoir will overflow, and we will be swimming into the muddy water. Mbakwe gave us all this. Today, people build houses. They mount, everybody mount GP tank, buy generator, buy. These are the things Mbakwe did for us. So when we heard that he stole money, we didn't even bother. At least, hey, he gave us our own. So today, if the politicians of Nigeria give Nigeria the basic things that they needed in life, if you like, carry money go. They will tell you, oh boy, somebody no go chop. It is them that will defend you. But this one, you will not do nothing. You take all the money. I saw what Dino Malaya said today. In 8 years, Buhari borrowed 80-something trillion. In 3 years, it's okay, 87 trillion. In 3 years, this guy has borrowed 130 or 150-something trillion.
107 trillion.
How can you put it? Where do you put it together? And what have you done with that? I told my Yoruba friends the other day, I said, the Yorubas, you guys have stopped agitation. Let Tinubu come down tomorrow. Meanwhile, all the money he's borrowing, he's putting it in Lagos because he knows that this country one day will separate. So after they separate, at least this one I have settled my people with Nigerian money. That's what is in his mind. That's what is in his mind. That's why he's doing what he's doing. Borrowed 700-something million pounds from Britain, put it in Lagos port. He's borrowing another 1 billion. He's put it in Lagos for what? We have Warri Port. We have One. We have Port Harcourt. We have free trade zone in Calabar. Why can't you develop all these things? We have in Warri. Why can't you develop it? Tell the shipping companies 20% of your shipment go to all the ports in Nigeria. And the Yorubas are saying, you are Moibo, go. Decongest Lagos. Empower the other cities, how you empowered Lagos, and let's see how the other people will concentrate in Lagos. Why is it that when you come to Nigeria, only 1 or 2 international airports that are functional? Why can't you make other, or at least look, all the 6 geopolitical zones, make all their airports, international airports, functional? Let there be international flights going there. If I'm going from here, I don't want to go to Lagos. I want to land in Enugu or land in Port Harcourt or land in nowhere. Why do I have to land in Lagos and then start looking for another flight or by road going to my hometown? It shouldn't be so. Develop the entire nation. If you feel that you love this nation, that's why I said politicians are the haters of that country. If you feel you love this nation, develop every area of the country. Develop every area. You are looking for foreign investors. Develop every area. All investors don't have to come to Lagos. All investors don't have to come to Yoruba land. They don't have to be in Ogun. What is wrong with an investor going to Enugu to develop? Huh? Port Harcourt is there. It's a prime city. What is wrong in Port Harcourt developed as Lagos? Compete with Lagos in every aspect. After all, they should be making more money than Lagos because they are the make of the nation. But at the end of the day, Hausa man or Fulani man has come. He put all his own people. Yoruba man has come. He put all his own people. And I know that the Igbo man is the only foolish one that will come tomorrow and say we are Nigerians. And then he will go to all over Nigeria and bring people.
You'll be speaking Igbo to him, you'll be speaking English.
Otherwise, if he's so, okay, let Igbo man come and put all his own. Then let us use that way and be developing Nigeria. Okay, Yoruba, you have come, you have developed your own place. Let Igbo man come and develop his own place too. But the foolish Igbo man is the only foolish one there that will come tomorrow. Now he will go and his ADC will not be an Igbo man. He go to your Hausa man, Fulani, and bring somebody say he trusts him to be his ADC. For how long shall we continue in this way?
Thank you, guys. Let me let you guys
go sleep. It's early morning.
It's past 2 a.m. here. Thank you so much.
Really? 2 a.m. Sorry, we kept you this long.
It's okay.
Well, it's good. It was a good one. It was a pressure. Thank you. Now extended session. I be this one. No vex.
Extra for not doing yesterday, Abi. Extra for yesterday.
Okay. For yesterday. And you are obeying NBC.
NBC.
Make you know disturb us. Make you know disturb us when we are talking.
Thank you.
Good morning.
You so much, guys. I appreciate you. Mr. Obisi, I want to see more of you here, please. Please do
I beg. Make they come, I beg, they come.
I will.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right,
Bye. Good night, sir. Thank you, sir. God bless you.
Yeah.
All right, Nigerians, that's the size of our package tonight. I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone for being part of the show. You know, it's always a pleasure to have you guys. Let's do this again tomorrow evening, God willing. The guest I was supposed to have yesterday, maybe I'll just bring that guest on tomorrow. Who knows? But I'll let you know. For now, I beg, protect your mental health. I'll say if you worry about Nigeria, you need to take a break and worry another day. And if you've not liked and shared this post, what are you waiting for now? Kindly like, share, subscribe to this platform. Follow us like your village people. Follow us. Don't let us rest. Follow us like your village people. Subscribe, like, and share this post. Let more and more people see what's they happen for inside this post. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow evening, God willing. God bless you. Good night, and God bless you. Protect your mental health. Good night.